Do you want to do the campaign, or do you want other mission? I haven't played it all since the last time we played.
Same.
So are you streaming right now, or are you just trying to get it set up still?
I'm trying to get it set. Oh, I guess it's... I think it's streaming.
On the,
yeah, it says I'm live. I gotta check it anyway because I've got a new setup. And I just want to make sure that the... Well, it sounds alright to me.
Yeah, it says you're live.
What up, Jenna? Yeah, looks like I'm good. Ay. Well, I mean, I figured we should probably just finish the campaign, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Seems like the best thing to do. Just need to see if I can get comfortable in here.
So Sam had a good time in the snow?
Oh, dude, he was having a blast. Hello, Jake. I didn't even really get to set up my streaming. Uh-oh. Online multiplayer is not available due to account settings. What?
Are you not logged in anymore?
Maybe I might have sat on the home screen too. Oh, no. Bro, no way. Hang on, guys. I gotta...
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Hang on. Sorry, everyone. I'm blanking out the screen for a minute, see if I can figure out what's going on. My connection's fine. We wouldn't be able to talk if that wasn't the case.
Yeah, it's definitely not a connection problem.
This is awkward.
if you hit the square button, what happens?
It's loading. Let's see if it works this time. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're good. I didn't have to... Dun-da-da. Okay, we're good.
So I'm trying to load in too. So whoever gets loaded in first, we'll send an invite to the other person.
Awkward.
Yeah. So edit squad.
All right.
All right, I sent you an invite.
Okay, I'm in the middle of loading in, so double check. Good night, Jake. Justin, I've been trying to beat The Last of Us Part 1 on grounded difficulty.
Is it bad?
Something I've learned recently is that you can tell the depth of a game's mechanics based on its hardest difficulty.
Yeah. And how's the mechanics in that game? Is it pretty good?
No, they're trash.
Yeah.
It's like the game legitimately it's like borderline. So I just got to the college, so I only have about half of the college left. The stuff with David and Seattle.
Yeah.
And I feel like ever since I finished the section with the brothers, whose names are slipping my mind right now, even though I've literally Henry and
William?
No, Henry and oh my gosh. Anyway, but ever since I finished that, pretty much since Sam, yeah. So you go through the underground area where those people used to live, and the game like forces you into combat at the very end of that.
Yeah.
And
it's really hard, even if not on grounded difficulty,
yeah,
if you don't like just basically rush yourself out of there.
And you have I guess I need to join you.
Yeah, see if you can just join on me, but I did send you an invite, so you can also probably go to your messages and be able to do that.
Hey Tevin. Jenna, you're starting a new job. Congratulations. What are you going to be doing? Why is there not an in-game way to just find my friends list?
Go to...
Is there not an in-game... Here we go.
Yeah, but it doesn't. You don't have any recent players, because...
Do you have a code? Oh wait, I found it. Hang on. Let's see if this will work.
I think you can also just hit the home button and go to game base and find me. Yeah, it still shows me that you're playing The Last of Us Remastered.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
So you don't have an invite from me?
Hang on. There we go. Let's see if that works. Oh, working on diesel trucks. Cool. Yeah, Tevin, this is kind of my first...
Oh, it looks like you're joining my game. It says you're part of my squad now.
Yeah, I'm loading in. Oh, okay, so back to The Last of Us. Yeah, so ever since that point, like I had to use up like a ton of resources to get out of there. What's up, Joseph? And it feels like the game has been in a constant state of like borderline soft lock since I finished that part. Like legitimately, it took me forever to get through the dam section when you meet Tommy, because it's a straight up action set piece, and I barely you're basically at the mercy of the AI and RNG to get past the section. The game doesn't like intuitively know like, well, if I don't give him ammo right here, he's not gonna have an opportunity to actually proceed. And it's not a question, dude, the game's not even like a question of have you been saving ammo. Like the game like doesn't let you, because it forces you into fights. And it's not a problem on lower difficulties because they give you enough resources. But then once you get into like Survivor, and especially with Grounded, you just kind of get stuck in these situations where you're like, well, I guess I'll see what happens. And it's crazy. Like, this is a big problem in the second game. It's almost more of a problem in the second game. But the ability to stealth your way through an area is sometimes impossible, because there's actual triggers that just start fights. Even if you're totally in stealth and no one's found you, it's almost like there's invisible pressure plates on the map, and as soon as you walk over one of them, it automatically triggers an action set piece. So whether you want to use resources or not, you're forced to.
Yeah.
So it's not, the game's just sort of weird that way. And you don't really realize it unless you play it on a harder difficulty, which I thought was kind of interesting. So that's where my current theory is, that a game's mechanics are only as good as its hardest difficulty. I need to write that down.
The astropathic relay on Avarax has been completely surrounded.
Is this loud enough?
Every attempt we've
I've got all the volume turned down for everything except for what I hear in my
There's a
ear.
dead zone around the relay. Something's interfering with our Vox comms.
We have to get inside.
Emperor, save me. I've tried. Now the Tyranids have launched an
I have to turn my computer.
back to the fortress.
I can
I have to
join.
turn my PC up. You're loud enough to get. I'm loud. You're loud.
Field projection.
Not loud.
Magnify C3.
That makes sense.
Yeah, hold on.
There. The Hive Tyrant.
How? Oh, here we go.
Wait, Joseph has this game?
No, he just wants to join the chat, but he didn't realize he was on.
Like rats. The Hive Tyrant.
What do we have to do? Is
Were the adversary.
send him an invite?
There he is. Let's
I
see.
cannot afford to throw men after a hunch.
Give me 2 squads.
2 squads.
We need to kill the Hive Tyrant, find whoever is jamming us, and get the message inside the
Hello.
relay.
Hi. I don't know why Discord won't let you just create or like send an invite to the current chat,
Emperor protects.
and that you have to start like a whole new one just to. It seems kind of stupid.
Does seem kind of stupid. And what's even dumber is that my phone is now ringing to let me know that chat is starting, even though I joined it on the PlayStation. So my phone is just going to probably ring forever now.
Alright, guys, we're gonna go. I'm
Wow.
joking.
Wow.
Yes, Captain.
All right, let's see if we can get through this stuff that I'm not really paying attention to anyway. I just want to chop some things up.
Joseph, did you know that in Warhammer 40k, the space travel is because of murder?
I did not know that.
So there's this thing called the warp, which is how the Space Marines travel through space quickly. And it's only possible because they murder people like on the regular.
If the chaplain wishes to see you because of my transgressions, I will take full responsibility.
Also, the thing that they use for space travel is full of demons.
So I looked at a list of all the games, like the big games that are coming out this year.
I forgot how to
and
run. Oh, there we go.
I was kind of underwhelmed.
So I'm looking forward to Monster Hunter. Hopefully.
Oh yes, another game I'll pay $60 for and play for 3 to 4 weeks and never play again.
And I'm looking forward to...
Message to Lord Calgar may determine the course
I know there's something else.
The only one that I'm like big,
Doubt my
Chat,
not
help me
big.
out.
the only one that I'm kind of looking forward to, and it's not even like majorly, is the Doom Dark Ages game.
Oh, Doom. Yeah, Doom looks good.
If you cannot trust
So that's just like, that's a, that game is not like a masterpiece in gaming, but it does fit like a desire to just kill things nonstop at fast pace.
Yeah, I still need to play the second one. I haven't actually ever played the second
It's
one.
the second one actually is probably
It
better
seems
than
I am
the
not the
first.
only one on this ship with concerns about your intentions.
I'm,
the chaplain's responsibility to ensure our
I
chapter
beat
remains pure, not
Uncharted
yours.
3 this week.
Your erratic behavior is plain for all to see.
Have you
I...
ever beat Uncharted 4?
I find
Yeah, oh yeah, the day it came... Like, I got it the day it came out, back in like
Yeah, that
2016.
game
was
is-
then,
that game is
protecting a
amazing.
system from ruin.
Uncharted 3 is, kind of bad.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing because I love 2.
2 was
2...
my favorite.
two-
One was good.
Yeah.
3 was just weird.
So 3 mechanically is kind of bad. The enemies are way too spongy, and normal difficulty is sort of harder than it probably should be. It's weird. They also decided that the way the mechanics work in it too, I guess a better way to put it is like they added 2 new abilities. So you have the ability to toss grenades back at enemies when they throw them at you. And then melee combat was sort of quote-unquote upgraded. And because of that, enemies toss grenades at you probably 2 or 3 times more than they did in Uncharted 1, or sorry, in Uncharted 2. And it's really obnoxious. And then
I do remember there being a lot of grenades in that game.
enemies, I'm not sure if it's totally true. Sorry, there's like Titus is talking and then something else is talking. It's like confusing me.
There's a lot of talking going on, but turn down the volume of the game so I can hear you.
But
So I'm not really sure what's going on.
they also, that melee mechanic made them also decide that they wanted enemies to run up and melee you in the middle of gunfights at like a alarming occurrence, and it just makes the game more frustrating than it should be. The map design, as far as like the cover shooting mechanics, feel underdeveloped, and there were a lot of moments where I think the games have always suffered from this just a tiny bit, because this is before the era of yellow paint on everything to tell you where to go.
Yeah.
But there are times when you're kind of like looking at the map and you're like, wait, am I supposed to drop down here? Is that climbable? And so you're kind of testing stuff out, because I haven't played Uncharted 3 since it released back in like 2011. And I have it in the back of my head. I was like, oh, I think I remember kind of enjoying that. But for some reason, I never went back and played it. Well, all these memories started flooding back afterwards, and I was like, I think I remember why I only ever beat this one time. And I've beaten Uncharted 2 like 10 plus times. And I have that was my first.
The one that has like the scene towards the end with the pirate ship in a cave.
I think that's the first one, because the second one is based in not Nepal.
Lieutenant, it should be us facing the Hive Tyrant. Talassa can handle it.
Oh man,
They have
sorry.
3 men.
And then the third game, you're in the desert, is like the sort of ending.
Gotcha. It wasn't the fourth
What
one, though, was
exactly
it?
is
Maybe
that
it's the
message?
fourth one?
The fourth one's...
was-
Oh, yeah, the fourth one's got the pirate ship, because you sword
yeah.
fight the guy at the end, yeah. But I think the first one...
Search the archives.
No, maybe the first one doesn't have a pirate ship, but it is, like, tropical themed.
Over a century.
Yeah.
Serving with the Death Watch.
But yeah, it's weird, dude. Like, 2 is, like, still so good. Because I went back and started playing 2 again, because I was like... Well, maybe I just misremember how good 2 is, and I went back and started playing, and I was like, oh no, the mechanics in this are, like, great. It feels good. The combat's good. And I was playing it on hard. And I was like, it's like, what happened? Like, what? Why did they, like, change it for 3? Like, why'd they make all these, changes? And so I started looking into it a little bit, and I typed in, like, because IGN gave Uncharted 3 a 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah. And I started looking at it, and I was like, huh. And then I looked at, it's all these forums from like 15 years ago, and people are like, oh no, like at launch, like the shooting mechanic was like broken, which I was like, yeah, actually, now that I'm reading through this again, I was like, I'm kind of remembering some of this. So it's just like really interesting to go back and, it all started because I started playing The Last of Us Part 2 again. And I was like, man, maybe I just have, like, good memories of Naughty Dog's games, and, like, with sort of new perspective in the way I kind of, like, break down media now. Maybe I just, like, forgot stuff. But no, it's, like, still pretty much on point, except for some of the stuff with The Last of Us Part 1, where it's, like, the gameplay's about as serviceable as the second game, but the first game's just got a way better story.
Yeah, the first game, it's really all about the story. The story's like one of the most emotional stories I've ever played in a video game.
But it's weird, dude, and maybe I I've just like never heard anyone talk about. People will always say like, oh, well, the gameplay in like the first game's all right, which is like true if you're pretty much playing on like normal or hard. Like even on hard, I don't think the game breaks the way that it does as the difficulty scales.
Right.
And dude, it like I have never seen enemies glitch in that game so much, dude, that like ruins runs where you're really trying to conserve ammo and you're trying to sneak and like take out as many dudes quietly as possible before you have to go loud or whatever. And like enemies will just completely glitch out in areas. And like you know, you're having to run through and do certain mechanics over and over again because it's like pretty difficult. Like you die a lot. Like grounded, you don't have listening mode. You can't see how much health you have. There's all this stuff that they like take away from you, which like in concept is cool. And that's not really the stuff I have a problem with. It's just, you know, when you're trying to keep up with all of that, and then the game's like, it just feels like the game is just like actively hates you, and maybe that's kind of the point, but it's weird. Just like mechanically, it's so strange. Oh, dude, and like stuff too, where like I've gotten like killed through walls, and like I'm playing on New Game Plus, and so I've got a lot of Joel's upgrades and stuff that like straight up the mechanics around like shooting or whatever, you've got to do like dead to rights. I mean, your reticle is right on his head, and you shoot him, and you see the bullet trace like go through his head, and he's still alive. And you're like, what the heck, man?
I'm gonna need a minute to remember.
I know it's been a hot minute since I've played this too. What button is the counter?
Isn't it L1?
I keep hitting triangle. This is a problem. I've been playing. Oh, you're right. It's L1. Yep. Okay. So yeah, that's been my gaming journey recently. It's just about to get into my my Metal Gear Solid arc pretty soon too.
Oh, you're gonna play that again?
Yeah. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, and 3. 4. Oh crap! I forgot you can block that.
Wait. So 1 like the original PlayStation?
Yeah. They have 1, 2, and 3 like as a bundle or whatever. And the physical copy's only like $25.
But what are you gonna play it on?
PS5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it remastered at all, or is it
Yeah.
like...
No, it's like it's HD upscaled or whatever. Bro, I've just like forgotten how to play this. Oh my gosh. I guess it has been like a month.
The spores collapse the bridge.
You're familiar with football, right?
I may have an alternate route.
I think Joseph just said something, but I can barely
Can
hear
you
it.
hear me?
I can hear you better now, yeah.
Nice. You're familiar with football, right?
The sport?
Football, are you referencing the American football that uses their hands, or the rest
real
of the world
football.
who uses their feet?
The correct way, the American way.
Yes, I'm familiar with it.
So how about I'm playing this college football game?
Did you
and I
finally
picked
get
this-
it?
No, I'm playing the
Old one.
The old one. Hypothetically, I'm playing the old one on an emulator.
Oh no, emulator's great.
But I took this, no name school to the national title against Ohio State. I was down at one point by like 28 or 30 something points, and I come back and I got a chance to win the game with literally probably 5 seconds left, right? And I run the last play of the game. I have to run with my quarterback, and I'm on the 1 yard line. I run, I've got the score, and it's going to be like I'm going to get tackled and everything. How about my quarterback fumbles on the 1 yard line? Guess who loses the game? That's Onyx Fighters.
Bro, that sucks.
In the national title game.
Well, hey, I mean, that sucks for your game, but man, that would make a really interesting, fun national championship game. Did that guy just get ran over by that tank?
Yeah, he like, his like animation or whatever kind of messed up
This
there for a
kind of
second.
reminds me of Gears of War a bit.
I was about to say,
Exactly, like, the gameplay is almost exactly like Gears of War.
it definitely feels like it, except obviously there's not like cover mechanics. You know, there's a rumor going around that the Gears of War games are coming to PS5.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Or at least there's going to be a new one. In the new... That's what
When's that Warhammer show supposed to come out?
Oh, bro, who knows? It's probably a couple of years out.
Probably when Henry Cavill can play like a 60-year-old.
Hey,
That matches out.
Circle throws grenades.
Oh, pretty sure I've been wondering that.
We used to be good at this. It is such a good-looking game, dude. You know, it did not get enough love this year from people. It's because it doesn't have an attractive Korean woman in it. Ah!
I also think in this game I sleep on the drugs.
Like you're,
when I
yeah, you're doing melee more.
Yeah, when I have a sword, I'm like, I want to use a sword. That's way cooler. But the guns are actually pretty fun. How are we getting across it?
I don't know. This thing just says interact over here. I don't remember what else has been going on in gaming. There's like this RPG that I do not remember the name of because it's got one of those wacky RPG titles. But it looks pretty good.
What's that one that they're trying to like make a thing and everyone's like, no, this is terrible. Is it called like Avowed or something like that?
Oh yeah, it's gonna have well, people are worried about it now because you can give your fantasy character pronouns.
Declare evidence. Crates found in sector 55 of the upper hive.
No, they
contain
can't.
12 volumes of
Bro, I ordered some Psylocke comics
Pronouns.
las rifles,
and
las pistols, various designs.
read the first one, and there's a androgynous
Heretical symbols
character
are applied
in
to
it,
the surface of the weapons.
which, you know, for X-Men like isn't unusual necessarily, but it's not just that. Like, it's the most, it feels like the most uninspired thing I've read in a while, because she's just like, she gets like kicked out of her like group of they basically send her on vacation or whatever, and then this like androgynous character like kind of works for her because she saved their life or whatever, and now it's just like the nerd behind the computer for her while she does stuff. And I'm like, can we please drop this trope? Like, like, I don't know why. Like, at this point, I think Oracle is the only acceptable.
Right.
The only acceptable one.
Say, we should just start referring to her as Barbara Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Whatever this character is.
So, and it sucks, dude, because like there's actually, it's kind of like Psylocke's like a really cool character, and she's like she's sort of an anti-hero, which works really well for that. But like, I haven't read the second one yet. I need to. I need to read it at some point. I just haven't been all that interested because there's this other comic that I'm reading called Nemesis, and the last one just came out, and the big reveal in the 4th book is that Epstein had a second island, and they're about to go there and like take out all these pedos, and I'm like, okay, I'm here for it. Which I just thought was so funny.
Have you ever read the actual comic Nightfall?
No, it's on my list. I just finished.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I just finished Hush, and I'm about halfway through Court of Owls.
And then
Are those the? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Justin.
I'm assuming you have read the. Crap. No, I can't remember which one I was going to ask you about. Give me a second. I'll remember. It was another Batman one.
What Batman comics do you have, David?
The only two I've got right now are Hush and Court of Owls.
Which ones do you want to get?
Nightfall, Under the Red Hood. Even though I know it, I mean I already know what happens. But there's a. Oh, I shouldn't give it away if you haven't finished Hush yet. There's a specific reference in Hush to the Red Hood. And I was like, oh yeah. I was like, dang, I want to read that.
The one I was going to ask you about is Dark Knight Returns.
No, but I have read it. And then obviously I've seen the animated version of it too.
Yeah, the animated was actually really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
They did a really good job on it.
But Mark Millar, the guy that wrote Wanted and Kick-Ass, and I guess those are his two most popular right now. He's the guy that wrote Nemesis, and Nemesis is probably my favorite, like my current favorite, like villain as far as like writing is concerned. He is freaking cool, dude.
Is a Batman villain? Or?
No, he's a villain in like Miller's universe.
Gotcha.
And he's.
What about Batman Year One Deluxe and Batman Long Halloween?
Those are both on my list. They're on my list too.
Yeah, Long Halloween is great.
I have, I've been putting stuff in there, and then like as I finish books, I'll just like pick new stuff up because if I don't, I won't finish stuff, you know. But I'm liking Court of Owls so far, and allegedly it's like the only really good New 52 Batman story. So.
Yeah, that's like newer than when I stopped reading it. The other, like the Marvel ones that I got really. I read every single comic that had anything to do with Hercules.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was just like, at the time, I was still kind of tired of the Hulk, and he was super cool. He was like a combination of like the Hulk and Thor.
So what were you saying about this?
I don't want to like give anything away, but like he's just like, he's kind of just like a pure bad guy. Like everything that he does is like completely self-motivated and for his own interests, like the whole deal. But it's so entertaining, you know. He's like if DC sort of like took the reins off of Joker, because like Joker's obviously like a murderer, but he's kind of like in this contained thing where like Nemesis sort of has like his like funds are kind of unlimited, and he's kind of like pure chaos in a way. Like he's got reasons behind what he does, like, but they're all kind of selfish personal reasons.
Right.
And so when he shows up, so for instance, like Millar did it last year. He did a what did they call them? He did an event book called Big Game that basically took all of the characters that he's written over the last like 20 years or so, and put them into one story. So like Kingsman would be, I guess, the third one. That's like his other big one. Kingsman, Wanted, Kick-Ass. There's a few others, but they're all like involved in this story. because he's got a lot of other like comics and stuff that's like really good. That, to be honest, it's shocking. Some of the stuff hasn't gotten adapted yet.
Does Kick-Ass exist in the same comic universe as that one movie that had Ray Wilson in it? Where he's a superhero?
No.
Okay.
That's a totally, like, that's just a James Gunn product.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then that one that had the kid who was like the evil version of Superman.
Yeah, that's its own, like, sort of dumb thing. But yeah, so like everybody's in it, and like there's I think it's a second issue. Nemesis shows up, and like the minute he kind of walks into the room, you're like, this is bad. And it's been a while since I've read something where like a villain shows up, or like really in any form of media where the villain shows up, and you're like, oh, this might not turn out well for the good guys involved in this, you know? Like there's an actual threat there, and it's just for whatever reason that's felt like it's been missing in, I guess I could say, like modern media. Like it's pretty rare that I feel like the villain shows up and you're worried about the other people involved, especially on kind of like a grander scale. But yeah, he's cool, dude.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's as far as villains are concerned, just like even overall, like I'd rate him pretty high. And it also seems like Millar's just having like fun writing that character. I mean, he always seems like he's having fun writing his characters, but so. And then he's about to put out. He's got another comic coming out in April. That's a new series called Vatican City, where vampires basically take over the Vatican. And the only people that are like left alive in the area are like inside of the Vatican, so it's going to be kind of interesting to see what he does with that.
So like the Pope's a superhero in that one?
I have a feeling that the Pope is going to not be looked at very positively.
Fondly.
Yeah. And Millar's Catholic, so he's like a practicing Catholic, so
I can't understand why an actual like modern day Catholic would look at the Pope and say, "Oh, he's probably not." He's no John Paul the Pope.
yeah. One of my favorite, as far as I know, he's only doing a one-off with it, but I kind of hope he's gonna bring it back. He did a series called King of Spies. It's basically like old man James Bond. And it's really good. It's like really, really good. And then
so Sean Connery.
I think that's kind of the idea.
I love the Rock.
And it's just like I won't give away like too much about the story because so he's got like this deal with Netflix to get his stuff adapted. And I hope Netflix can actually like manage to get it done at some point and do it some justice. Because he's
Mark Millar.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good on him because they're paying him like an insane amount of money to put this stuff together to basically like option his stories into television shows or movies. And they could, and if they had the proper people like working on it, they could easily put together like a big universe for a good like 10 years or so.
So who's the company that has the rights to it?
Netflix.
I guess it's better than Amazon Prime.
Man, they're all sort of in a not great.
I kind of wish it was freaking HBO that did it. At least if it's not great, it will look good. I know that sounds dumb, David,
You're not wrong though.
No, you're right.
At least I could watch something that looks good, even if the story's not great.
You know what? I'm actually looking forward to, and we'll see how good it ends up being. Is the Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah, we were talking about that last week, or this week actually.
The the graphic novels that those based off of are really good.
Yeah, another unfinished work by old Martin though. And dude, did you see he wrote a movie for Paul W.S. Anderson that's coming out in December? It looks like more 90s like schlock. Yeah, it's so stupid. And it's like, oh, from the the legendary writer George R.R. Martin. I'm like, bro, are you kidding me? It's like you were writing this. Like it just gives more credence to the fact that he's never finishing those books. That he doesn't know what to do.
Sitting on his couple $100 million on HBO.
Yeah.
They finished it.
Yeah. We got our ending, and
Despite the fact that it's pretty obvious that the original plan, at least in my opinion, was to end the show where like the next book was gonna end.
Yeah.
And then the final book was gonna be the actual end of the story. That way no one knew it was going back now.
Whoops.
Like everyone just assumed what happened in the show.
Where are we supposed to go?
There's more to it.
Oh, here we go. No? Oh, okay. Vertical.
There's a oh yeah, it's Josh Hartnett.
Oh, yeah.
Action thriller.
The M. Night Shyamalan one?
No, well, I don't know. It's called Fight or Flight. It releases.
Oh no.
I
know
guess this year, dude. It looked bad.
Yeah, the trailer did look bad.
It looked real bad.
He was in that M. Night Shyamalan movie that came out last year. It was that forgettable. I don't even remember what it was called. Trap. Yeah, it was really bad. It was basically an excuse for M. Night Shyamalan to put one of his daughters in a lead role and try to launch her singing career. It is a very bad movie.
And there's absolutely no spoilers. There's no twist.
There isn't actually, yeah. Yeah. And Josh Hartnett's character, he's supposed to, because he's supposed to be like this really, really smart serial killer. But he just keeps making stupid decisions. And it's...
They had a chance, I guess, that movie, which doesn't make sense. They could have made the twist even. He wasn't the serial killer that his daughter was, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Or they could have had it...
Or she was in on it with him, at the very least.
Or they could have had it be the thing that everybody was predicting it was going to be, and that, like, right towards the end of the movie, Taylor does that. And he was only able to help catch him because he could talk to the dead people that he killed.
Yeah, but I mean, he'd just be like leaning back in on like the stuff that he did already with.
That's the only way he's gonna be successful ever again.
Yeah, you're probably right. He's got to lean into the stuff that was already successful for him. Signs 2, it's coming.
Oh yeah.
Mel Gibson's on a redemption tour, homies. It's yeah.
I watched Mel Gibson's interview that he did, not with Joe Rogan. Right after he did the Joe Rogan.
Jump back foul with dust. We must proceed on foot.
He's definitely hopped up on coke. He's doing something. He's just all over the place. But I guess he's always kind of been like that.
Talassa has failed.
Just always kind of. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Have you ever seen Lethal Weapon? That's him in real life.
Yeah. That's funny. I saw something on X earlier where they were like, his house was basically burning down while he was being interviewed by Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
It's like, holy moly, dude.
Somebody shared a picture of all the different places that are on fire over there.
Oh, it's crazy.
It definitely kind of looks like it's like a targeted thing. I mean, maybe at least.
Well, they have found like arsonists.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was intentional, but at the same time, it's primarily chopped up to government incompetence because of year over year, or kind of every time it gets brought up, slashing the wildlife management budget, slashing the fire department's budget, not having the correct people, in charge of this stuff, diverting water to the sea instead of where it should be to save the fish that doesn't matter. And so, like, sometimes people get so focused in that sense on animals that they disregard humans. Save trees, save dolphins, but kids aren't that important.
Have you guys seen the thing about eucalyptus trees? Have you heard about that?
Maybe?
Like in the late 1800s, like a bunch of Australians had come over and brought eucalyptus trees with them, and I guess eucalyptus trees take like 75 to 100 years to mature. But when they mature, they emit a highly flammable sap. And
Yeah,
so they were like a bunch of them were planted in that area, I guess.
Yeah, it's not because of that. It's really like, it's not because of the insurance companies, not because I'm not trying to defend insurance companies, but it really is true, just so people know, the state government of California and the federal government as well. Because regardless of if the fire was intentional or not, if the proper resources and the right people and, kind of how other states that have, like where I live, there's always a high risk between, spring, summer, and fall of forest fires, but they do controlled burns, they do all, sorts of kind of stuff to limit it, yeah. It's, sometimes you're just screwed.
It's important to be able to get the brush out and make sure that you don't have stuff that catches really easily already on the ground, so you can clean it out.
Well, people have been talking about this forever, Like, this isn't a new topic.
20 years and there's still the state government, they're still like, no, we're not going to do it, it's bad for the environment. Like, well, this brush fire is pretty bad for the environment too, okay?
Like, yeah, it's crazy, dude. Oh, wait, do I have health? Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Good for getting caught in banks.
Oh, no, I thought I did. Hey, what's the button that does the special ability? Is that triangle? Oh gosh, that didn't help at all. Ah! It's okay. He's dead. Yeah. Bro, you're just like surfing across. I guess it's the connection or whatever, but you were just like gliding across the map. I guess I lost. Are we fighting something else? Holy moly. Are we gonna die?
I think we're supposed to get out of here.
How do we get out of here? Oh, no, I think we're good.
Nope, I don't have a jump pack anymore.
They are falling. All of them.
Okay, yeah, we were good. We were good.
Hive Tyrant is controlling these underlings via synaptic.
It's like, hello?
Turmoil you now see among the enemy can mean only one thing. The Hive Tyrant is dead.
Viridian here. If you can hear this, Damocles, we got the bastards.
Excellent work, brother.
Justin, have you ever watched the Wallace and Gromit movies?
Like when they first came out, when the first one came out in like the 90s.
You should.
Before they were movies, back when they were like
the shorts.
the shorts. Or
So you should watch. There's a new one on Netflix. It's really good. It's very wholesome.
We've been watching the stupid like Airbud, and then the Air Buddies,
Oh no.
and Snow Buddies, and everything.
I think I've only
My
ever
kids-
seen the first one.
My kids are like they're loving that, and they have to be the like worst thing. in my life.
I'm pretty sure I saw the first one in theaters.
Yeah, we tried to watch Airbud, but we couldn't get through it because it just looks so old.
Yeah.
It just looks so bad. So
That-
they really like Snow Buddies, where all the puppies go to Alaska.
Yeah.
Well fought, brothers.
When a
I
dog's
will
leg
make sure the
race
captain
is,
hears
you
of
know,
your deeds.
12-week-old
I
puppy.
need no commendation. Is that right?
Enough.
Oh man.
Lieutenant,
So I've played, I
upon
don't know, we're
completion
probably
of this
about halfway
mission,
through this
I
game right now.
request
I have
transfer
no
to
clue.
another squad.
We're just
Pass your
eradicating
request to the captain.
the Xenos. Yeah, no, I lost track of the story too. But yeah, I'll be happy to be done with that grounded difficulty. I'm not sure I'll ever attempt it again.
I told you before I started playing Red Dead 2 again.
Yeah.
And I just can't bring myself to actually like play the story because knowing how it ends, I don't want the story started.
Yeah.
So I'm just like stuck in level 2 and I'm just like hunting and sitting, like running into strangers and like random encounters and stuff.
Yeah, that's all I did too. Well, like when I beat it, but when I think that was what I did most of the time, and then would just occasionally finish a story mission. Yeah, that's a game I don't think I'll ever play again. There's too many other games I've never even attempted, you know.
I also forgot that it's like 100 like I guess if you don't do any of the side, it's probably like a 30-hour game, 40-hour game. But
Maybe,
if
dude.
you-
I feel like it's maybe a little more than that.
if you do any of the side stuff, it's 200-hour game.
Yeah.
You get it all done.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know how much time I put into it. I could probably check. We definitely need to play some factions at some point, though. I gotta finish my
It's urgent.
my Firefly campaign on there or whatever, so I can actually get that trophy before they shut those servers down one of these days.
Yeah. It's probably what we should have done tonight. I should have gotten it installed.
Nah, that's all good. Maybe we can do it next week. We'll get Damien to play it.
Get Joseph to play it.
Oh, dude, yeah.
We got enough people to actually just get a whole lobby going.
What game is that?
It's so the Last of Us, the first one had multiplayer called Factions, and it's basically like 4-on-4. Like you get like one life, and you're fighting like another team of like 4-on-4, and it's like super simple combat, but it's a lot of fun. It's like kind of cover shooter-y type deal. You can sneak up on people and use melee weapons and stuff like that. We used to, so me, Damien, and Justin played a couple years ago. We got into it again for some reason with Tyler. I think it was Tyler, right?
Yeah, Tyler Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loved that game back in the day.
What was that other game we used to play with him all the time? I feel like there was something else.
It wasn't Call of Duty, was it?
Oh, no, it was Battlefield, wasn't it? Didn't we play like a bunch of Battlefield 1 with him?
I don't remember.
I think that's what it was.
The last Battlefield game I played, I think, was Bad Company.
It couldn't be, dude. I guarantee you played Battlefield 1 with us, because that was like the World War II one. Or World War I
Battlefield
one.
1 was the World War I. I've
Yeah.
never played a World War I.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Maybe he and I just played that then. That's funny.
When it came out, I was like, why don't I want to play with those old, janky weapons? Like, it doesn't sound give me the AR-15.
Nah, dude.
Scopes.
I used to kind of like feel that way, but there's something about the limitations in those games that are better. And I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
I probably put the most hours in growing up was Day of Defeat.
What is that?
Steam. It's a World War II game. Steam. It was like similar to like. I mean, it came out around the same time as like Team Fortress 2 and stuff like that. But it was so good back in the day.
I am no heretic.
This is the power stone by himself.
Word. Somebody has a birthday coming up.
Oh yeah.
How old are you gonna be? 35?
36.
I was trying to help you out.
Yeah, a 1 year,
downhill
thanks.
from me.
Oh, bro, it's been downhill.
Papa Smoke turned 40 this year.
That was crazy. Last year. Oh no. Bro, I got no idea what's going on right now.
I don't I can't hear it really what they're saying, nor would I understand what they were talking.
He killed the psyker lady. Oh, she was probably possessed. Oh, she was a bad guy. Yep, she was a bad guy.
Oh, she's coming back.
So I'm pretty sure this guy is the son of the. He's one of the sons of the Emperor. Maybe. Imora.
Whoa.
I might be wrong. He might just be like some other heretic. This is not my my forte, obviously. Oh wait, there we go. Wait, what's happening? Can you shoot the little ghosts? He's shooting ghosts at us.
Yeah, you can shoot him. Alright, get back here, green guy.
Bro, honestly, I'm surprised there's not somebody who's like super familiar with the lore in the chat right now, because it seems to happen to me almost every time I stream anything.
That is the Emperor's third roommate, son's nephew's brother.
Holy moly. Okay, I think you have to hide these things. It's so funny though. I can't remember if it was the last time I played The Last of Us Part 2. Holy moly. This guy came in, and he was nice enough, but he was like, yeah, I've beaten The Last of Us Part 2 like 11 times. And so I started explaining to him all of the problems with the story in that game, and he was not happy with me. And yeah. But it's true. It is one of the reasons why I'm curious what they're going to do with Season 2 of that show.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Because there's a lot of stuff in it. I also, you know what's really weird is that Ellie's love interest, they race swapped her.
It is strange.
Wait, so she's not like a Middle Eastern Jewish girl?
No, she's a Mexican girl. In the game, isn't she? She's like Jewish. I don't know if she's Middle Eastern, but she's definitely Jewish.
I mean, not the stereotype, but
yeah, I could see that. It's not. I don't know if that's ever explicit.
I mean, it's not saying she's from the Middle East.
Right.
Maybe some answer, but I guess it depends on if you're like a converted Jewish person or
Androgynous. What's Is this isn't the end of the game, is it? This guy feels very last boss.
No way.
That'd be so funny, bro. It's okay. As long as you have aggro, I'm just doing damage. So that part's kind of interesting. Obviously, Abby doesn't look like the Hulk.
No, I still attest that the girl that they picked to play Abby should have played
Ellie. Yeah.
And that's who they should
Well,
have from the very beginning.
funny enough, the biggest talking point right now is that everyone's like, why didn't they recast Ellie? Like, the girl that's playing her still looks exactly the same, and it's supposed to be... There's supposed to be, like, a pretty big difference. Like, you know...
5 to 7 years.
Yeah, it's about 5 years, roughly. Oh, can't block that.
Is there any ammo laying around?
I don't know. I still have plenty. Oh man. He teleported on me. It's kind of cool. I was trying. Oh, there's an ammo crate over here. Oh, watch out.
That's where I'm trying to get to right now. Alright.
Ah, I was trying to get ammo. Oh, bro.
He's making the whole floor like war.
And,
The people at work. Not that I don't. They told me that whatever it's called.
Is that the show that they're saying like it's supposed to like take down Taylor, the cowboy guy right now?
Trying to escape. Do not let him.
yeah, I don't know.
There for, the longer Yellowstone went on, the worse.
No.
Oh, for sure.
You know what sucks? Okay, so Taylor Sheridan, his movies are pretty good.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. Have you ever seen Sicario?
How did you know?
Yeah, Sicario's really good.
Yeah, he wrote Sicario. And he... the sequel's not very good, but I love
I
it.
apologize.
So he wrote Sicario. He did Hell or High Water.
Which is also very good.
Yeah, there's another one too.
I understand your
I think he did like a trilogy basically before he started doing television, which he's made a ton of money doing, obviously. So good on him, I guess.
He has writing credits on like every season of. Yeah, I mean, he has writing credits for every episode of season 5. It looks like. Yeah, but like. I don't know how you drop off that fast. Like specifically the last 2 seasons.
Man, I think sometimes with like the television stuff, people just stop caring. You know, it just kind of becomes a paycheck for a lot of people. You know, so you kind of there's a lot of people who start phoning in the longer the seasons go on.
You definitely can say he's not a good writer, because I know a lot of people talk about Mayor of Kingstown. A lot of people have good things to say about Landman.
Landman, yeah, it's newest one.
Yeah,
you got
we watched the first. My wife and I watched the first couple episodes of Landman. It's very well written, but it's still. Here's my take on Taylor Sheridan. His goal is to make TV shows that have about 30% drama in them, and the other 30% is an expose on like weird parts of America that you don't normally see. Like Yellowstone is like 70% of each episode was cowboy filler, where they were just doing cowboy stuff.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
This Landman show is like 70% of the episode is just them panning out the oil field. And people
like that last season, instead of killing off Teeter or whatever the freaking girl's name is, they kill off her boyfriend. I'm like, why didn't you just kill off the freaking chick that's like characters? That's annoying. Jeez, man.
Well, that's why I think like
I mean, you can't say he's not a good writer, but he also wrote himself into the Yellowstone David as like the best cowboy ever.
Of course,
gets called the most. Basically, imagine Dan Blitzen on it or whatever his name is as a cowboy. That's how he kind of wrote himself.
Yeah, he just was like the most egotistical.
He's married too.
Right. But and who was his girlfriend in that? In that show, it was like the biggest supermodel in the world right now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I get it, but it's bad writing. You know what I mean? And it's crazy to think that like
Bella
Every
Hadid.
attempt to bring
This is the guy that like, because like Sicario to me is like, it's up there, you know.
Yeah,
But
Sicario's good.
I think the problem, so like television's just like a completely different beast because there's a lot you have to cover, you know, and it's kind of like you're saying, like if you don't have the material for it and it's just like, oh, we're just doing cowboy stuff or whatever, it's like that can work, but at the same time, you know, there is something to be said about pacing and the tightness of your scripts. It's kind
Maybe
of
he just stopped caring.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, but it's kind of
He's a good writer.
He lost
You can't say
the
he's
lead
not.
actor. in the
oh
last
yeah.
half.
Well, that they because they had a huge falling out, didn't they?
There's still no one really knows what exactly happened.
Huh.
But he's still Costner is still credited as
Like a producer. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's probably contractual, I would imagine.
He's right.
So he's probably, you know, because he like Costner's probably getting residuals from the show, or some sort of, you know, he's got some sort of deal with them, so he's going to keep making money off of it. And maybe that was what was like. Maybe Sheridan wanted him gone. I mean, this obviously is speculation, but maybe there was something going on, and if Sheridan wanted him gone, maybe he was like, fine, but I'm getting a producer credit, and so I'm still getting a piece of this pie, you know, and then you can have what you want.
All right. I guess let's just go get to the next thing to start the next thing. So that was not the final boss?
I guess not. Oh, that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 looks pretty good.
Using an ancient battle barge as a battering
It's just
ram.
like
An unorthodox
medieval
Disapprove.
On the
warfare,
contrary,
something like that,
it is
first person.
inspired thinking.
I reluctantly second that.
I've tried to get into those.
Why
twice.
reluctantly?
I can't remember off the top of my head what the two games were, but they were just not my thing.
Yeah, I feel you.
Now, put me in a game like that where I'm like a knight, but I also like build towns. That'd be pretty cool.
Joseph, weren't you playing something like that recently?
I am troubled by a report.
Where you're like a knight in a town or something, and you're building the town? Were you telling me about that?
Nanolords.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that was
The
pretty decent.
psycho was possessed.
Oh yeah, it's a good game.
Your sergeant believed otherwise.
I was mistaken.
You attempted to incapacitate.
That's fine. There's still so much stuff from like last year I need to catch up on.
And now, the only
I still haven't played Silent Hill, that Silent Hill 2 remake.
Lord Kelgar
It's supposed to be
is
pretty
dead.
good.
By your hands, I will be watching all of you.
Yeah, I still gotta play Hogwarts
Should I
Legacy.
suspect
Yeah, you gotta beat that, bro.
flicker of corruption?
I will be.
It's so funny. It's so funny to me that I completely forgot about the bartender in that game. Wait, what is this trophy for? Hear all of Cavlin's dialogue.
Looks like a female, didn't you?
Hey,
Want a butterbeer?
do you want a butterbeer, son?
Time to go.
My favorite
Have they made
character.
that-
Huh?
Have they made that game multiplayer yet?
No. They're working on a sequel, and I'm really hoping that they do that.
That game has to be multiplayer. Like, it just.
Yeah. They need the couple things they need. You're right, because and there's a couple things they needed to do in it. They probably could write a better story for a sequel, you know. And then part of that is like you basically can be the best character ever, like super like pure and the whole deal, and you can still learn the unforgivable curse and just like murder all of your enemies. It's so funny. They don't, because they just didn't
You
put
should
like
have the ability to go and turn into a dark.
yeah, they didn't give you like a path, you know. And it's like, oh, the minute you get that spell, it makes the game, because I beat it on the hardest difficulty, it just makes the game kind of easy.
Yeah.
And
Want to get on that's the hardest difficulty.
yeah,
Where is the armor? Is that
it's right here.
someplace?
Yeah,
It would not let me interact with.
I don't know if I can.
Galio, theoretically, could Tactica's armor withstand a suborbital drop? Gravis is too cumbersome for our needs.
Negative. Extreme risk. Dense debris fields litter the entry
Can I
flight
get the
path.
sniper rifle?
But if we avoid
I'm setting the sniper as my active weapon. I like the sniper rifle.
Calculating.
What's it called?
Survival
The
probability
bolt sniper rifle?
equal to 62.4136.
I've got the sniper
Unacceptably
rifle.
low.
We'll do the heavy call too. Available. Can I mess with my appearance at all? Oh no. Not really.
An orbital drop without gravis armor.
It is a sound strategy.
With a 38% failure rate.
We are facing much less.
Yeah,
favorable
Hogwarts. I mean,
odds
Hogwarts is
today.
fun, man. It was a fun game. I can't be too mad about it. The combat felt pretty good. It's like there's stuff. It's been I haven't played it since it came out, but I remember the combat was like good, and it was like 75% of the way there, and then sometimes it got a little kind of like weird, like chaotic, but not in like a good way. With like because like people have like bubble shields, and so you have to like. I guess it was like the flow of your abilities. It's kind of like what I was saying earlier.
Little bubble shields.
Yeah, like you can, a game's mechanics are only as good as like the way they work on their hardest difficulty. And if it doesn't feel like really good to, even if you like get beat, if it doesn't feel really good to like play it, makes you kind of feel like it's like something's a little off here. Like just the balancing is a little weird. And if you're not going to do that, don't put difficulties in your game. Just let me play it the way you wanted me to play it.
Have you ever done this before?
You mean drop through an active combat zone, dodging flak, enemy ships and burning wreckage on the way down?
Exactly.
No, this will be a first.
The Codex Astartes does not support this action. But I am looking forward to it.
Stay close. It's almost impossible to regroup if we're separated.
60 seconds.
Helmets.
I know, bro.
I must apologize.
I haven't gotten my schedule for this week yet.
Unnecessary.
I fell prey to suspicion.
Interesting.
Killed her.
When I was a young captain,
I think I've got. Well, I'll let you know.
questioned my motives,
But I think I have next Saturday off. But you just let me know when. We'll go.
and I paid the price.
I got plenty of
Arose because I failed to pass.
ammo to burn through.
I failed to
Yeah, I
pass
want you to shoot Mr. Kyle.
Stand by for suborbital drop.
I'm honored to fight beside you, both.
As are we, brother.
You grew up on Calth. I'd say we settled some of that debt today.
This freaking game it has like I'm telling you, they have like an algorithm or whatever in there where it's like try to make a team come back.
Yeah, man.
So are you playing what 2014?
Yes, sir. Try
I got
to
20.
improve.
I got 2025 1 through 3 season. It's Florida, and
Aw, sweet.
yeah.
Wow.
If you think that game is bad about that, then 2025 is even worse. You'll be like doing great. You'll be stopping everything, and all of a sudden, like their running back will just like rip off a 98-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, that's that Frost system
God.
for you for Madden.
This is actually kind of cool. Dave, you doing all right back there?
I think so. Oh no! Oh! I might die. Okay, no, we're
No,
good.
don't die.
Are those stingrays? What is happening? Oh, okay.
What exploded? Did we miss something? What exploded?
I think this is just debris from a battle. That's all. Whoa. Okay.
Oh, we flew right into. That's cool. We flew right into the explosion.
Right into the explosion.
How do you catch the ball in the end zone and it glitches out?
Mm-hmm.
and Marsh at the 1 yard line.
Bro,
I'm telling you, this game, man.
Earlier today, I was playing Last of Us. I was on this section that was giving me a lot of trouble, and a guy glitched through a wall and beat me to death with a pipe. And I was like, I'm done playing this for now. I was like, I just can't. Justin, fun fact, the meta, like the best way to take out enemies in that game, like just consistently, is to throw either a bottle or a brick at them and then hit them with a melee weapon. Because it's an instant kill.
That's what they do in all the videos.
Yeah.
Like if you watch a player no grounded mode,
it's the most consistent way to deal with enemies, regardless of like what weapon they have or anything like that. It's kind of interesting, and I don't even know if like Naughty Dog was aware of that, you know.
Quicker than they deserve.
whoa! I got my hammer.
Oh, sweet, me too. Just swatted a dude out of the air. Jump.
Thrusters engaged.
Heretics waiting in ambush.
Outmaneuver them.
How do you like go to the ground path?
You mean like with the
When you're up in the air with the gun path?
you use R2. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that's right. I think it's R2. Oh no, it's R1. Sorry, it's the melee ability, not R2. Oh, I forgot I had the sniper rifle. I've just been hitting people with a hammer. Oh crap!
Alright, I'm coming over here.
Apostate punished.
Oh.
Oh, I just splattered him.
He just goes, apostate punished. La, 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 la. Oh, and apparently the Switch is going to get announced in like a week or so.
The new Switch.
Yep, and it's supposed to be coming out in March.
Now, what? Didn't I hear something like it's got like the same amount of power as like a 360?
So I've heard it's going to be roughly as powerful as like a PS4 or whatever that means. You know, we'll kind of have to wait and see, but allegedly there's like new Mario. They're going to bring over like Red Dead Redemption 2. And there's like people who are like, oh, a Switch but more powerful. And it's like, guys, what do you think console? Whoa! He died.
Are we going to let them beat us to the objective, brother?
How do I shoot forward?
I'm pretty sure it's like the dodge button. Oh crap. It's the dodge button. So like you just hit X. Or maybe not. Oh dude, honestly I've forgotten. Was I right?
Push down on the left joystick and you hover. And then you can like spot it.
There's definitely a way to like dodge forward too though. With the thing. I just don't remember how to do it.
Stocking up on rounds.
Our like AI guy is terrible.
Yeah, man. I do. You know, it's so funny to me. So, the first time I ever really noticed that being a thing was in the first Gears of War. That came out in what, 2005 or 6?
Yeah.
We're nearly 20 years later, and it's not any better.
No, yeah, I don't understand. So that was something I guess it's CES right now.
Yeah.
Going on, and they've announced like a bunch of new like computers that are like ridiculously fast or something.
Yeah.
And supposedly the AI going forward.
Yeah, we'll
You're
see.
probably gonna need like a whole home generator powering just
I
your
know.
computer. Yeah,
Dude, all I you know, it's kind of the same thing with like graphics. Like, people keep talking about graphics all the time, and I'm like, dude, can we get some new gameplay stuff? Like,
Right.
I'm telling you, man, like, it's just,
It does
I'm
seem
like, I don't.
Nobody's really kind of thought something outside of the box. Like, new gameplay mechanics.
Yeah. Like, Wukong, Stellar Blade, and this are probably the 3 best games that I played last year. But they're all pretty similar, and it all just kind of reminds me of Dark Souls to some degree. Or, like, of something of similar, like, pedigree. You know?
It does just seem like some of those, like God of War kind of had its niche for hack and slash.
Yeah.
And Gears of War did the cover system, like third person, big body, weapons, and then everybody was doing it.
Oh no, I almost died. I almost fell off the ledge. Yeah, man, it just feels, well, and it's crazy, dude, because something I've had on my mind recently is like, it feels like 2015 is when stuff sort of peaked, and everything's sort of just been the same since. It was like, and like Metal Gear Solid 5 came out, and minus the story, the gameplay in that is awesome.
The story is nonsense.
The story is pretty much nonsense, but that's okay. But all the different things that you can do in that, the stealth mechanics, being able to like build up your base and your army, and like the way that it's just like all these awesome things, so cool. And I don't know, that was the last game I think I was just like super invested in. Other than maybe Destiny, but that's just because I had people to play that with, you know what I mean?
Oh man, I miss the glory days of
Yeah, me too.
Destiny raids. I remember, I look at that as fun as I remember like when I was real.
Brothers, are you hearing this?
Vox ghosting. Ignore
But
it.
like, as far as like mechanics are concerned, and like kind of pushing a genre into something new, that was the last time I kind of got that. Now, Kojima announced recently that he's making a new espionage series, which is basically like, no one's making Metal Gear, so I'll just make Metal Gear.
No, there's a Metal Gear game coming out this year.
Yeah, but it's a remake of 3. Which, yeah, don't get me wrong, like, it looks good, and I love Metal Gear, but, like, it's nothing new. Oh, if you just tap triangle, you dash forward. So, like, you do big jump and then tap.
I don't know how I lived through that. I think
So-
we're going the right way now.
And I realized, dude, that, like, a lot of my favorite games, besides 24, it's been, like, remakes. Like, really good-looking remakes have been my, like, favorite games. You know? I mean, I guess Elden Ring is a... oh, crap. Oh, I made it.
And then didn't they just announce, like, a new DLC for Elden Ring?
Yeah, it's like a 3-player, roguelite thing. We'll have to try, if it's free, we'll have to try it out. They were doing some sort of like beta test, but I'm not really interested in doing the beta test so much. Just wait till it comes out.
I didn't play Shadow of the Earth Tree.
Neither did I.
I burned myself out on that so freaking bad.
I played enough, yeah, for sure. I also just like I saw some people like talk about it, and I went, I was like, I think I'm all right. Oh no, I might not make this. Okay. And, you know, and then like a lot of people like loved the Silent Hill 2 remake last year, and it's like it's just kind of where we're at. It's like it doesn't seem like anybody's got any new ideas. I mean, there's plenty of good stuff.
Or when they do have good new ideas, they have to put in the obligatory character.
Yeah.
Instead of just create an interesting character that's interesting. Like, make them be different.
Yeah. it's you know, Dave the Diver was really good. Like, so the indie scene has been making some pretty cool games the last couple of years, and I'm thinking that's, you know, just where it's going to be. I mean, like, think about like Lethal Company and
Watch as your false idols come crumbling down.
that's
Helldivers 2. Even though that's
oh, dude, Helldivers 2, yeah.
The traitors pour from their bastion.
I wouldn't mind getting back into them now that you're eliminated that.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. We should, yeah, just add it to the list. Ah, crap, I messed up my jump.
For the might of true Astartes.
But yeah, man, I don't know.
Primed and locked in. Lock target now.
I feel like all I've been doing is been playing old games.
Same. Except for the Manowards and a little bit of Hogwarts. But pretty much I've been playing the Arkham series, Witcher. I mean, the only thing I've really been playing is college football game. That and Manowars.
Have you played the Arkham games before?
I watched David play them.
Yeah. The Arkham games are like, they are so good.
Engaging jump pack.
Yeah, 1 and 2 I really like. Knight, I'm kind of like whatever. It looks really good, and there's a lot of cool stuff in it, but the story is just, I mean, obviously they just kind of ripped Under the Red Hood and turned him into a different character. And they like kind of lied about it. And I'm like, I think it just would have been better if they had like done their own thing with it and not just made him Jason Todd, yeah. Oh, that was kind of a weird interruption in the middle of combat. Maybe one of these days I'll finally get the itch to go back and play those.
That was another one, another game that kind of like set itself apart in its gameplay with the combo system and parrying and everything.
Yeah.
And you know, like again, games haven't really been able to like improve upon.
So
You can improve upon how the game looks, but
the only exception, so Spider-Man used the same combat system pretty much, and so did Shadow of Mordor.
Yep.
And the first Shadow of Mordor is very good. Combat's like, yeah. But the Nemesis system is awesome, and then
Story absolutely sucks.
yeah, the story's stupid, but like the combat's really cool, and like the way that like
Combat is good. The mechanics are really, really good.
That was I platinumed that one.
Yeah, I think I did too. I love how in the Nemesis system how those guys can come back and like fight you multiple times, and they like just look like they just trapped and that.
Yeah. Really cool idea. Oh, that's wise because we don't have our jetpacks anymore. But yeah, story's stupid. It gets worse in Shadow of War too. But still a better story than Rings of Power.
David, I almost
Maya movie fell.
Hey man.
I finished the 10th book in Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
Remember how I was excited because I finally got through that and I could get to the ones that were written by Brendan Sanderson.
Yeah.
Only to realize that he started that.
Oh no.
So I still have one more book I have to read that's like part of the slog, but supposedly the one I'm on. I'm so tired of reading that script. I'm about to cheese. You just like read a chapter synopsis. Been reading it for over a week.
Oh, I know.
Always knew you could do it, Justin.
I'm gonna finish it. I mean, I'm not a quitter.
It's crazy.
I mean, read.
I am. I got to like the 4th one and was like, eh. I feel like if you get to the 4th book in any series and your reaction is, you're better off just not finishing it. And that's just
Yeah,
kinda
that's
how
cool
it-
that you've gotten to 10, though, Justin.
The 4th book, if I remember correctly, that's the one after the book called The Dragon Reborn.
Yeah. Yeah, Dragon Reborn's really good.
The Dragon Reborn was a tough one because Rand is only in that book for like 2 chapters, and he's like completely insane in that book. So, like, the guy that you've become acquainted with in the first 2 books is like the main character of the entire story. Is just gone.
Yeah.
And
well, it's not. Is it that one? I mean, you'd know better than I would at this point. I don't even remember.
He's just running around being chased by something that he can't see.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember that.
It ends up being something that's chasing him, but he just like everywhere he goes, like weird stuff keeps happening.
I forgot about that. Oh, hang on a second, Justin. Just gotta readjust a little bit. I don't know. I guess, like, it's funny. Even only going through a few of those books, I guess there was really very little chance of Amazon actually doing that series correct.
There's just too much. Like, I don't know how they ever thought they'd be able to actually do a good job putting that story into a television show that isn't going to last for 20 years.
Yeah.
Way too many characters.
Even their damn Terminators are hollow.
You know, it's funny. I think I had told Joseph this a while ago, but I was watching a live stream one time, and someone like brought up Wheel of Time because someone in the comments was like, "Hey, I just started like this book," and they were like, "I'm kind of having a hard time with it because there's so many characters in it. It doesn't seem like it's like super focused." And the guy goes, "Oh man, just wait. There's gonna be even more characters." And he's like, "And it's awesome." And that was one of those moments when I was like, maybe this series isn't for me.
It's true because like the first book feels like the story is so self-contained,
Yeah.
and small, and by now it's like the world is massive. You're probably following 60 different people's stories, you know, in different ways, shape, or form, and like all these names keep popping up, and I'm like, I don't even remember who's pushing it.
Yeah.
This is not the
Like, I don't
sight of a
remember that.
Mechanicus
Like,
macro weapon.
and you have to like be able to remember were they like good guys, bad guys, were they pretending to be good guys. It's just way too much. It's way too again, I'm gonna finish it, but I'm at that point in the story. This is I don't think it's
Chiron to Resilient. Enter Mechanicus dig site.
So I like.
Relevant cartography.
I just keep telling people recently is like, I used to read like a lot
This is Lieutenant
of
Titus.
normal books,
Request authorized.
and at some point it was just sort of like, it's like I just want to read like some fun stuff, you know. It's just kind of in the comic book era.
It's infuriating. More heretics. We are on the right path.
Not that that doesn't have its own like issues, you know. But at the same time, at this point there's so much to read that you can kind of like pick and choose what you want to, and then you don't really have to worry about like anything else.
like I wanted to finish the story.
Yeah.
Because Brandon Sanderson had a new book come out in like one of his like big series.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't stop reading Wheel of Time because if I stop and go read something else, I'll never go back.
Yeah.
You know, so I just need to finish it and then hope I don't get anything spoiled between now and the end of my freaking journey.
All I'll say is, like, I think there's quite a few game companies that should take note to why this game is so much fun.
A fragment of the Dark God's power.
Agreed.
So said the traitor Nemero.
It's funny, it does make me want to go back and play the Gears games again.
You said it was destroyed.
Mike,
It hasn't been too long since I beat like Gears 5 is the newest one.
yeah, we played the campaign together. I don't even know if you remember,
Then we must
I
destroy
mean, it's
4 and 5 actually. We beat both of
It
those.
hasn't been that long since we played it, but if you were to like look on the calendar, it's probably.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't remember when Gears 5 came out, but it was whenever that was. 18 maybe.
No, we played it well after that.
Oh, I guess we should interact with them. All I remember is that the 5th game has this like stupid.
It came out in 2019, but I think I don't think we played the whole story until during COVID.
Maybe I could have sworn we played that like right when it came out.
for the dead.
I do miss the multiplayer and the like deathmatch and all that stuff, especially the original one. So good.
The end of that game has this like kind of like unprecedented choice that you have to make between two characters, and I hate it. And it's funny because it's weird that they have not made a 6th game.
It is kind of odd, yeah.
Because those like 4 and 5 weren't that far apart from each other. So I don't know if 5 just didn't sell very well or something happened to. What was the name of the company that made that? It wasn't not the Initiative.
This chamber cannot remove corruption.
That duty is ours.
The Coalition?
Coalition, that's what it was. Same idea. Wrong name, same idea. And they put out that like XCOM style game, and then I guess we're supposedly getting Emergent Day or whatever, so we're getting a prequel.
The figures in these carvings are unusual.
I do think that that's actually one of those games that lends itself to the characters actually helped to make that game.
Long before
Like
the
Marcus
Great
was pretty
Crusade
cool.
illuminated this
Oh yeah, dude.
world.
These were not made by devotees of the war.
How do you know? You may soon
Like,
see for
The
yourself.
big black guy who's like, what they call him, like the lane train or something like that. He was a
Oh, Coltrane.
Coltrane.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Penetrated deep into these caverns.
Perhaps all the
So
way to the
yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what happened. Don't know why they. Justin, did you ever play Starfield?
Nope. I would entertain it now, but I'm glad I didn't play when it was out.
Yeah. I played like an hour of it.
I've heard that they've made some good updates to it that have kind of like made the world that you go on feel a little bit more full.
Yeah.
And I guess the big complaint is like you would go like explore these worlds and you'd be like 20 or 30 minutes, and there'd be nothing but like new rock. But for you to get from place A to place B, you had to walk.
Yeah, the whole thing. I mean, I think I got past the intro or whatever.
This old stone holds.
I made like a super androgynous character for it too. I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah. If you go back in the Discord far enough, I'm sure you can actually find the picture I put in there. But it was it just didn't do anything for me. And it's funny because one of the lead developers on that, or somebody that was like pretty high up on the project. They put out somebody put out an article this week that was like, gamers are just tired of like seemingly never-ending games, you know, or like never-ending open worlds, something like that. And I was like, no, like that's not the case. It's like the thing is that you have to earn, like you have to earn the length of your game, like short or long.
Exactly. With good content.
Yeah.
A game could be 8 hours long, but if I've had a good time playing it or replayability, no problem.
Yeah.
No issue with that.
Yeah. It's the same thing I always say about movies, because like the guy that I haven't seen it yet, but the guy, there's a movie it's like a bunch of people like called or like that it's getting like a bunch of like Oscar buzz or whatever, called The Brutalist.
Oh yeah.
It's like this 4.5 hour Adrian Brody drama.
Hell no.
Yeah, and
I'm good. I'll pass.
it's got an intermission. Like
yeah,
like
you
a
pay me money to watch that movie.
Yeah, and the guy was like, you know, people will sit through like 3-hour Marvel movies, you know, and it's like, bro, no, you're not. I don't think you've been paying attention.
Right.
I was like, people don't even want to sit through those anymore. Like, they're bad. But also, like, you know, some of those movies, like, earn their length. And he's, like, talking about, he's like, oh, I want to make adult movies that were created by adults for adults. And it's like, oh, okay, dude. Like,
I'm watching 4.5 hours.
well, it's like, the biggest thing about it is, like,
That's not Lord of the Rings.
does it earn it, you know? And I don't know.
There you go. Lord of the Rings. The extended versions are what, 3.5 hours long?
Yeah, and it's the only.
They earn every single freaking second of it.
Yeah.
It's so put together so well.
And that's the biggest thing is, like, are you earning that time in which you're asking me to spend with your game, you know? And or movie, I guess. Or television show, you know? Are there books for the faction called the Sisters of Battle? Tevin, I don't know. Sorry. 40K is not my thing. The only reason I know anything about it is because I got curious about the lore and watched a bunch of videos. Marvel Rivals, yeah, man. Yeah. Jeff,
He's been trying to get me to play a little bit.
yeah, dude. Jeff the Landshark is my son. It's been a couple weeks since the last time I played, though. Oh, nice. You listen to the Epic the Musical Odyssey playlist on YouTube.
There is no damnation dark enough for these
The what?
traitors.
Faith, brother. We will
What's
send
that,
them to
Tevin?
one fitting.
Another false idol toppled.
I think the Warhammer stuff was the last like YouTube rabbit hole that I went down.
Boy, spare your ammunition for the
I'm on how to make wood cutting boards.
Oh, nice.
I want to make like a butcher block cutting board with like checkerboard
Perhaps it was
patterns.
already
Yeah.
here.
Get a design put together to do
A
it.
relic from the dark age of technology.
I've turned 40 now. I gotta get back into my
They
woodworking.
will no doubt
Uh-huh.
invoke
Yeah, yeah.
the of Mars.
Damn quest for knowledge.
8.7.A66Q. I have found an encoded set of coordinates hidden between the lines of code.
I have the heavy. Yeah, that's what I have already anyway.
Now, the animus of curiosity pulls me toward a tomb adjacent to the retrieval site. I have been selected by the machine god.
I'm kind of just assuming we're headed the right way.
I can't tell if this is the way we just came from.
I don't think so. I think we fell off like a little ledge or whatever. So
Analog backup log
wait.
8.7.A
What did you point at? What was that? Oh.
That was me hitting buttons because I thought there was buttons that shows you which way to go. Yeah, it's like down below us.
Oh, it's a musical a guy made about the Odyssey oh, okay, about the Odyssey? Okay.
Upon further pausing, I cannot unequivocally say what awakening means, but in the desolate space where the coordinates led me, there is nothing but an ancient sarcophagus whose name is long faded from view.
Heretics hope to surround us.
Cursory scan of Demarian's tower found nothing but numbers and false names. Lagos Ekaterina number lost analog backup log 8.7.A.
Yeah, the hammer's fun.
I went back to the
Oof. Oh, I didn't realize these guys were behind me.
This was a waste of time. I shall perish, having added no new knowledge to the repository.
Thousand Suns heavy infantry. They fall before the righteous like blades of grass.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably continue watching Silo tomorrow.
You still watching it? I thought you gave up on it.
I did, but I was thinking about it, and I was like, really sick when I started it. You know, it was when I was really sick. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna try and finish season 1 out.
All right.
I do think Rebecca Ferguson's in that show.
Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah, I like her as an actress.
Me too. She's in a bunch of the. Oh gosh. Yeah, a bunch of
There's actually
stuff.
quite a few actors in the show that I like. I guess I'm gonna watch Den of Thieves at some point.
Oh, I need to. Yeah. Oh no, this guy
Yeah, I
might
didn't
beat
even
me,
know
bro.
I don't even know that the first one was a movie.
Oh, I'm down.
You and me both.
I'm down.
I'm coming.
To your point, David, though, it seems like with movies, TV shows, but especially movies and video games, like it's just well, TV shows as well, it's just sequels and.
Oh, dude, this year there's so much sequel slop coming out this year.
Borderlands 4.
Night, Devin. Sorry. Borderlands 4.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we are getting that. Well, dude, it's like movies too. It's someone on X posted like a list of like sequels coming out this year, and it's got to be like 50% or more of like what we're getting. And there's there's a few of them. Like I want to see Nobody 2.
Or movies just like freaking How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, dude, yeah,
which is
7 or
just
whatever
a copy
it is
of the animated movie.
Oh yeah, which it's, might as well be sequel slop.
Live action. Like, why do I want to see the same movie twice? Just one live action, one not.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not the audience for that. I don't know who is, but like, it didn't do as well as the first one. Even Mufasa crossed like 500 million or whatever.
The Martians have preserved everything.
It's like okay.
This place should have been obliterated upon discovery.
Yeah, it blows my mind that they're already making a live action. It just feels like that movie came out.
It hasn't been that long.
Like 6 years ago, maybe.
Allegedly, there's only like 3 Disney princess movies that haven't gotten live action remakes yet.
Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, and the Princess and the Frog.
She has with Maleficent, right?
Well,
Technically,
but
that's the Sleeping Beauty world.
It is the Sleeping Beauty world.
Well, that's
it's from Maleficent's point of view. So.
Yeah.
I'm just dying to get Sleeping Beauty's point of view.
Pay his squawking
I
no
still
heed,
think this whole
brothers.
Snow White thing is
We will
hilarious.
not
It's
be
like
distracted from
Gal
our
Gadot's
purpose.
like,
Rachel
who's the fairest
Zegler.
of them all? The other chick, and it's like, no, Gal
The
Gadot
enemy's
is
well ahead
way
of
better
us.
looking than
Oh no, but they
we got
changed
you know
it.
what's bad?
Sorcerer will
Is
elude
got
us
that
no
nothing to
longer.
worry about.
Move
along
on
with
the
that
obelisk.
same thought, Justin, is have y'all seen that Taco Bell commercial where the nugget one, and it has the whole kind of setup? It's like, did someone cast this chick who is overweight to like be mean? Because that's kind of how at least to me, the commercial came across. I'll have to look it up and send it to you, David.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. But Justin, they changed it so like, her being the fairest of them all is like, what's happening?
I don't know. We're fighting me.
I can't do any damage to this guy. Oh, wait, there we go. It didn't feel like I was doing damage. It's now not just like beauty, but it's like inner beauty too, or whatever.
Still.
Oh my gosh.
Do not speak
I put it in the group chat, though.
Like, it might
I'll have
have
to
just
watch
been
it.
better if they had just made Gal Gadot Snow White and made Rachel
Your eyes
Zegler.
grow bolder by the moment.
Yeah, they could have just cast someone who makes sense for that role and that people actually like.
Well, they didn't know she was going to be controversial within like this cast of her.
Yeah.
That movie's going to flop. That movie's going to flop.
It'll definitely say a lot about kind of where we're at if it doesn't, though.
I said nothing.
Because I'm thinking it probably will, but then there's this part of me that's like, what if it doesn't? Like, what if it's actually relatively successful?
Have no doubt.
Because I don't know, like, the crossover. I mean, I don't know anybody that's talking about it, and you know, it got like a bunch of I think the first previews for it were at the Wicked,
Yeah.
or Dear Before Wicked. But I haven't heard anybody that went to go see that was like, oh man, the Snow White movie looks great. So I don't know.
So they like Sonic Hedgehog, that movie, where people complained. And so they redid all the dwarves, and now they look even more.
Well, it was because of, well, some people are saying it's not true, but it was pretty much because of Dinklage.
Yeah, because he was mad that they didn't hire, they didn't hire real dwarves to play that.
No. So he was upset, something about dwarves being like typecasted or something like that for roles. And I have to go back and look at the exact thing that happened with it. But a lot of people blame him for why, like, they're just not, you're not seeing people in those kind of roles anymore. Like, he got super successful, he's out there, and then he kind of pulled the ladder up on all these other people who might get that opportunity, you know?
Right.
Yep.
All of this was just lying under our feet this whole time.
And so, allegedly, that's why the dwarves are all, like, animated or whatever.
If the archives are to be
Well, I still remember the picture of like the first group of them.
Yeah.
Where they looked like just like a bunch of gypsies.
So, allegedly, again, this, who knows? We'll, you know, it's kind of a wait and see sort of thing. Allegedly, those are not the dwarves. They're these like people that the prince is going to be hanging out with. So that those people are still in the movie. They're just his like merry band of whoever's. Because he also has to have like a group of people following him around or something.
Okay. Remember how when the TV show Lost came out, and the first season was going on, and the end of the first season got there, and they were like, everyone was going, oh, okay, I got it, they're in purgatory.
Yeah.
And then they were like, no, they're not in purgatory. And then the show ends up being
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what you're talking about with that. It's like, yes, they were the dwarves. No, now that his merry band of miscreants that hang out with them.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like they just did some reshoots or whatever to make it work or something. Yeah, dude, and it's so the Lost thing is so funny to me because it's one of the first examples I think of like the fans figuring out the ending, and then the people who were writing it freaking out and trying to figure out how to like still surprise them, and then ruining the story in the process.
It still is a fun ride,
sure,
that show, but you get to the end and like I can't remember, somebody like pointed out one time, there's like 25 to 30 unanswered questions.
Oh, I'm
like
sure.
Things that they bring up that you never get to learn what it was.
There's entire characters that they set up that disappear and pretty much never come back.
Yeah.
Or that they give some sort of like half-hearted, yeah, they give some sort of half-hearted like ending to them, you know. I haven't watched it since it ended, and I thought about going back, but I just kind of don't want to at this point. I think it's, for me, I feel like it's a show that's almost like better left to history at this point.
Yeah. I did hear a rumor that they were talking about not rebooting it necessarily, but bringing it back for like a mini-series that maybe kind of tries to
fix things.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's worth it. Golly. These guys with the swords are annoying. Allegedly, they're trying to reboot Scrubs too, and I'm just like, no, please just leave it alone.
Gosh,
please leave it alone.
That's what Heather and I are watching right now.
Oh, dude, I love it.
And the first season, like, I've watched it before, so I knew what to expect, like with the humor and everything, and how irreverent it is.
Oh, dude, they could never make
like how whimsical it is sometimes. And we're watching all these like weird imagination things start happening, and Heather's like, "Is that really happening?" I'm like, "No, he's just imagining it." That's pretty much the whole point of the show.
Yeah, he has an overactive imagination.
Yeah.
And he narrates like, yeah.
And but she's like, at first she's like, I don't know if I can do it. And I'm like, well, first off, it's the first season, and the first season is really not good stuff. And I said, but as she's been watching it, we're on like episode kind of like 12 or 13 now. She laughed.
Oh, dude, yeah, the show, like, season 1 is pretty good. I don't think it's the best season. But it, yeah, like the whole thing pretty much holds up. It's actually one of those things I wish they would go back and remaster the whole thing.
Yeah, because it is not HD.
I watched that show so much growing up that when they put it on Netflix, they didn't have the rights to a lot of the music, and they changed a bunch of stuff, and I went, I can't watch this. I was like, it's not the same show.
Yep. We were watching Hulu. That was one of the things about that show is it always had really good.
Yeah.
Like really thoughtful music at certain points in the show. But my only other complaint is that every episode kind of follows the exact same pattern.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it was a serialized, like, comedy, you know?
They're funny, and then there's some lesson that has to be learned at the end of the show. It gets all serious for a minute, and then some, like, weird, dumb joke to end the show.
Yep.
And then it's over.
Except for the Brandon Fraser stuff.
Oh, man, that is still, like, that's got to be in the top five, one of the top 5 TV episodes of all time.
Brandon Fraser, and then there's there's an episode, I can't remember if it's in season... must be season 6, maybe 7, that also does something similar. It's really, really good. I watched it back, I think it was like 21 or whatever. It was like COVID was going on. I was like, I'm gonna go back and watch a bunch of these like old shows that I liked growing up or whatever. That and Chuck were the two that stood out to me. I love Chuck. It's a good show.
Yeah, we tried watching that. I didn't have a problem with it.
Let us add to it.
And unfortunately, my TV watching is mostly with her.
Yeah.
I just don't have a kind of time for TV. Which is a shame because I need to figure out how to find some time to watch the thing.
Oh, dude, you need to. It's good.
Oh yeah, you do.
Cogitation looks accurate. The arguments have been
That way I can tide myself over until 2027.
Blind to all but his work.
If it actually happens,
Thankfully, his
man.
You mean
diligence has not made him
27?
faster.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny. They're just gonna turn the next movie into Batman Beyond, and Robert Pattinson's gonna be old man Bruce Wayne.
I don't know if it's ever gonna happen at this point, man. Like Hollywood just can't.
Get out of their own way.
Yeah. There's so many, you know, like Hush.
Hey guys, instead of making the Lord of the Rings War of the Hero movie about Helm Hammerhand, let's make it about a made-up character so we can completely miss the wide-open layup.
Yeah. It was like the perfect opportunity for them, man, and they fumbled it hard. And it just seems like that's been the case with everything. It's just like constant fumbling.
I will not.
How about they just stop making Lord of the Rings movies? Because they already had the perfect one.
Yeah. But then, man, they gotta just churn out content, dude. That's all it's about. When they changed... Whenever the word content came around as like a mainstream thing beyond just like what was going on like YouTube or whatever, that was when the creativity and the like, it just ended. And maybe that was when Netflix realized they had to like churn out stuff over and over again, you know? Just like whatever they could get their hands on and get it out as quickly as possible. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah.
Bring him down.
Dang,
whoa.
Big boy. I keep thinking we're like almost at the end, and then I'm like, Hell Brute. Whoa, dude! Oh, bro, I probably shouldn't do that. I have like 0 health kits.
By this clumsy relic. So long as it does not catch us.
Oh, there's one.
Something is happening. That looks like a plasma charge. A charge that size was liquid by ceramite.
Whoa!
Okay, he can. This big guy can teleport.
He just teleported right in front of me. Ouch.
Gear ready.
Ouch. What do you think this guy is up here? Do you think he hurt him, or did he just...
What guy?
You don't see the guy floating above us on this little platform?
No. Wait, where is he? Maybe the game, like, freaked out on me a little bit or something.
You don't see him up there?
No.
Oh, now he's gone. What the heck? Oh no, now he's off the side. I have a mark.
Oh, I see him. I don't know. It doesn't do anything. I just wasted a bunch of sniper ammo. He's halfway. Oh boy. I think I just picked up aggro. Ah! Oh no, brother incapacitated.
Ammunition secure. Reloading.
You're gonna stay down for a minute, Showdown.
Alright, he's on me. Whoa.
Is there like a soft spot on this guy?
Nah, you just beat on him until he dies. That's fun.
Enough of these childish games. Then let us put a stop to them once and for all.
So is this guy under the shield a good guy or a bad guy?
Well, so he's the guy you save, I think, in like one of the first missions, and I guess he's not. Or something. I don't know. So like the I can't remember what they call them, but his like faction or whatever lives on Mars, and they have like a understanding with the Imperium of Man. But they're not necessarily like they have their own like goals.
We will see.
This is just the beginning. With these devices, we will seal the Great Rift and drive the heretics back into the war.
Oh, I guess he is technically on your side then.
Than a transference of alignment.
From which ocean did you gather these pearls of wisdom? Is it not the dream of every scientist to discover the birthplace of all knowledge? Behold, the source of your inspiration!
Dang.
Oh, he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
The end approaches, Brother Titus. And so, to the final act. Titus, the heretic. Assistance.
Okay, so now final boss?
We gotta be close, buddy.
It keeps feeling like it.
Well, having no reference on what's going on in the story, not really sure.
Just from like a pacing?
Yeah, pacing wise, it does seem like we should be.
It feels like kind of feels like the end. Loading. Dang, man. One of the things that I do love about playing older games on the PS5 is the loading times are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They're like blazing fast. I love it. And that's kind of what I guess part of what I was getting at before is like, I really don't care about graphics so much anymore. Like, make the game, like, if we still had like 1080p and all they were doing was working on frame rates and load times, I would be happy. I'm like, I
feel you on that.
I don't even really care about like 4K gaming.
Titus to Akaran. Do you read me?
Like, just give me high frame rates, give me good load times, give me good gameplay. That's all I need.
Damn it. How could that fool lose not have known?
He took the whisperings of that sorcerer to be his own inspiration.
Luz was merely a pawn. They killed Nozick.
led us to believe they would do the same to Luz.
So we would deliver him precisely where they wanted him.
And that spectacle in the catacombs.
Deceit. To trick that puppet Luz into finishing the work.
Justin, were you gonna...
I was waiting for it to turn green and I got distracted.
Oh. You just like standing there and I was like, uh-oh.
Floods the land with corruption.
Titus Dagger, come in.
Fox is useless.
We must find our brothers.
What are all these like weird like symbols that pop up in the air?
I bet it's... Magic's probably not the right word for it.
Minds were not prepared for
Maybe magic is the right word for it.
I hope I'm going the right way. I'm just kind of...
So,
We must leave that to the
there isn't...
We have more pressing
The magic users in this are called psychers, so I think it has something to do with that. Or at least that would be my guess, from my limited knowledge.
Receiving a coded locator signal. Akaran signature. Not far from here.
Can we trust it?
I believe so.
Mark it on all specs.
Yes, brother.
Getting a little signal thingy up in the right-hand corner again.
Yes, my lord. We are her brother.
You honor your homeland's memory, soldiers.
Thank you, lord. We will fight to the end.
Wait, what the heck? What happened there? Whoa! Oh, it's probably my signal. Oh, did that video finish? Okay. Ow.
Damned heretics spill from every crevice.
Luz was so convinced Aurora would destroy the traitors, but instead it has empowered them. Tremendously so.
We need to clear that obstruction.
Did you make it back to the national championship game, Joseph?
No.
There
I
must
went
be a
undefeated.
solution.
I went undefeated because, you know, it's still the BCS era. And even though I played like 5 ranked teams and beat them all, including the #1 team, somehow I didn't make it to the national championship game. And so then I ended up leaving that school and going to Michigan State.
Incalculably worse. A warp rift of
Do you
such
sim a
size
lot of the
would be
games, or you
darkest of
play them
horrors
all?
to pass through.
I sim a lot.
The fleet will be preparing an orbital barrage.
Simulate
We must
like
hurry.
95%.
Tim Relic here.
Kind of makes me want to play FIFA.
I hear you on that. I'm
It's-
about doing that.
It's been a while, dude. I have 22.
Brothers!
Titus.
But I don't know if it's like if it's as good as it was like, you know, back in like 15, 16. Or 14 maybe was the one that I really liked. I don't know. They might still be roughly the same. Maybe I'll just download 22, see how I like it. Because like that, doing the like campaign stuff or whatever was always fun. Trying to pick like a really crappy team and like get them to be a lot better, you know.
We were spared that.
It was hard, like to try to do that. You get like fired and like sent to another team sometimes before you could actually get it done.
Be mindful of the casualties.
Basically what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Titus, report! What in the name of Holy Terror do you call this?
We failed to stop Luz.
I can see that. It's tainted. An unwitting puppet of the arch
We didn't stop him. Duh, dude.
the size of a small cruiser.
Then why did you
3
ask?
volleys from the resilient and not a scratch on that pillar. If it has a weakness, I need to know what it is.
It is powered by the artifact from Graia. If we can destroy that,
Where is it?
we do not know.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to the chainsword for a little while.
What is the alternative?
Justin, there's this
There is a
linebacker I
field
can
around the pillar,
recruit that
impenetrable
runs
to
a
our ordnance.
448.
We have
It's
observed
crazy.
their forces passing through it on foot. We must get close enough to see if we can
Do
do this.
you ever do fantasy
Proceed through
football?
those doors.
Joseph?
We make our assault
Not anymore.
imminently.
I used to. This was my first year. I haven't done fantasy football in over a decade. I won my fantasy. There was this one fantasy football league from my time in college, the church David and I went to, that I've been in since I started going to the church. And I won the championship our first year doing it. And then my last year, which was last year doing it, I won the championship. And I was like, yep, I'm out.
I did. I'm down to 1 that
Our
I'm a part
forces
of.
are
I used to
divided
be a
in
part
two.
of 3, but I'm down to
I
1.
believe the main assault from the
And
temple may fall.
I
sent
worked
2
it
squads
this
to
year
move on
and
the
I
enemy's
won.
flank.
I was
You
first
will.
place
Nice.
going into
They
the
are carrying the
playoffs,
company
and
standard.
I just
If they
steamrolled
have
the
fallen,
We will retrieve
Nice.
all on the
Yeah.
back of Sam Darnold.
Ultramarines, ready!
I did have Jamar Chase, and then I picked up Jordan Addison
Yeah,
off the
just a
waiver
little.
in like week 8 or something like that, just in time for him to just go bananas.
The
The last
front is beyond this bridge.
Josh Jacobs. I mean, I had a good.
Helldrake, spread out.
Oh my God!
Whoa. Are you dead? No. Okay.
No.
Yeah, man, you gotta watch out for those Helldrakes.
I've got a connection.
Like your treacherous brethren on
Yeah, I was a little worried about streaming. I'm working on some video projects, and one of them was gonna take like 4 hours to finish rendering. And I was like, I don't know if my computer's going to be able to stream, render, work on Discord all at the same time, but it did it. My little 2060's putting in work.
I had to get a new computer at work before I had it for
Yeah.
So the one I bought from was a 4070.
Ooh, very nice. I'm looking at a laptop with a 4060 in it. I think I'm gonna end up getting that. It's relative. The price is like kind of within the budget I was setting for myself. And then I also figured out, so at some point, and this is one of the things I hate about Adobe. At some point when they updated Premiere Pro, they reset all of my settings for editing. And I don't know why they did that. And so over the last couple of months, I've been slowly getting them back because I've started to realize I thought it was my computer. I thought it was a hardware problem. And it turns out that wasn't the case. It was oh, they reset how much RAM was being dedicated to the main program that I was using, and they haven't deleted any of the backup data that allows the program to run faster. It's supposed to periodically just delete old files or whatever.
Yep.
And then one of the biggest things is that I use these things called proxies when I'm editing, and basically what it does is it makes a second super low res file of whatever the video is. And that way, for really data heavy files, so especially stuff that's 4K or drone footage, whatever the case may be, you can edit seamlessly, so it doesn't skip a bunch of frames, do all of that stuff. Which, for whatever reason, the more they update these programs, it seems like I have to use proxies for everything that I edit these days. Well, the proxies were turned off. And so I was oh, the proxies are just broken, or it's my computer. And I realized today that they had just turned my proxies off at some point, and they just weren't working. And so I finally got that turned back. Yeah. So I finally got that turned back on. So now I'm like back to pretty much everything's working the way it's supposed to now. So editing's become a lot easier again, thankfully.
My one recommendation if you're going to go laptop is make sure that whatever motherboard it has has like the ability to upgrade its
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely...
One of the big problems with laptops is you can't really go real high with the RAM. And for what you do, you want to have a lot of RAM.
Yeah.
Everything will run so much smoother.
Well, it'll mostly be for like editing smaller projects. Like I won't do any big like heavy stuff. And thankfully, because a lot of like video stuff, they've integrated like the GPUs into it now. Oh, that was the other thing that got messed up, is it wasn't using my GPU to edit or do like anything. And I'm like, computer, like, or like Adobe, like, what are you doing? So I think I'm finally back at a good spot. But it's crazy, man. I just, especially, you ever like edit like video game footage or do any of that? It, man, it just like eats your hardware. Like those programs have a really hard time keeping up with it for whatever reason. I think it's like a frame rate thing. So if you're editing in like 60, 120 frames, I think that has like trouble too. Like the only time I don't have to use proxies is on like 1080p at like 24 frames. Oh, I don't know what happened there.
Watching the first Batman Begins, David?
Yeah.
There's a second Batman Begins?
Well, got me on that. I was watching Batman Begins with Christian Bale, you jerk. And, yeah, I was only through the first, like, 40 minutes. I'm like, this doesn't hold up like I remember it.
What?
Oh, no way. That first one is the best one.
I think you might be wrong about that.
With you guys.
Oh, okay. Excuse me?
Did you just say you were messing with it?
Yeah.
Larry, I think that
right.
the movie.
I was like, this is just as good as I remember it.
The Art of Dismemberment. Heck yeah.
All three of them are really good. Even the third one.
I just don't think we've really gotten somebody who looks like Bruce Wayne. I
agree. I think I like I like the first two Nolan Batmans. I don't much care for the third one. But yes, I agree that we have not. I'm not sure we've gotten a really, really accurate portrayal of that character. And I think that is a Hollywood thing more than anything.
I do actually think that Ben Affleck wasn't that terrible.
Maybe.
I will say for the Batman he was playing, yeah, Ben Affleck's probably actually the number one as far as like somebody who plays both, where you got to see his Bruce Wayne and his Batman. He's probably number one as far as character-wise as being the most accurate to the specific portrayal of Batman
I think
he was portraying.
So you know how it's so funny. It wasn't really till I started like really reading the books that you really do realize how much like detective work is going on in a lot of those stories, which is why everyone was like, "Oh, the Pattinson stuff's like pretty great because he's doing like detective work," even though in those he's, I mean, I don't know if it's exactly what I would have wanted out of, you know, the kind of work that he does. Batman also talks to himself a lot.
Yep.
Which like, yeah, which I don't.
The comic book thing?
Well, it is. I don't know if it's like the easiest thing to portray in. Like he could easily be. Wait, what's happening? Are we not able to go over there yet?
Yeah, I don't think we're able to go.
So I don't know if like that has something to do with it. It's like, no, I can't interact with that yet. Raise the banner. Can you raise the banner?
Second company! We hold this ground in the name of the Primer!
So we're still just standing here.
We die with vengeance on our lips!
Oh, it's like 300.
Get up, Tharius! My leg is gone, brother! Cover him!
My leg is gone.
My leg is gone.
Back, you treacherous scum! Tharius! He has fallen! There is no end to them! There is, and we shall find it!
I love that. He's like, there's no end to them. He's like, there is, and we shall find it.
Negative Nelly. Is that what they call the fat girl? From that Taco Bell commercial?
Yeah, it's
Man.
I think there's a innuendo of a fat joke in there too, somewhere in the commercial.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Is that the Emperor himself?
Oh no, it's the Primarch, I think. He is, if that's who that is, he is one of the Emperor's sons.
So he lives forever, just like the Emperor does?
I received your message.
Maybe that isn't him. No, maybe that isn't him. I don't remember what his name is, so I wouldn't. Well, so he had 18 sons, but he created them. Whatever that means. Not exactly sure on the details of that.
My lord, there may be a way.
And then
In the catacombs, Lou said all it took was a
10 or so of the 18
and then he inverted something.
betrayed
An object.
the Imperium of
It
Man,
was identical to that obelisk.
and now they're kind of like half human, half demon, or something like that. Like the guy that we've been fighting, that's been floating around on the little like hover thing.
Cannot stay here.
Immuna?
Yeah,
Immura?
because there's 4 like main demons or whatever that live in the warp. Each one is like has a specific like character trait of like lust or gluttony, or one of them's like trickery or something like that, or like something that has to do with that, and then one of them's like war itself or something. And then this one's like designated as like a bird, so this guy's like something with like trickery or something like that. Again, this is like knowledge from literally just watching YouTube videos.
Let these wretches feel the wrath of ancient vengeance!
So, but because they live in like the warp now, and like all the people, like it mutated all of those like specific Space Marines, or that I guess they were technically Space Marines. I think that's just the, and then there's different categories of them depending on who their Primarch is, and then they all have like characteristics based on that kind of stuff, and their own weird like dark stuff.
Somebody mentioned that a good pick for Ellie for the last TV show should have been the main character.
Yeah, I remember that being the case. She definitely has the look. I don't know if she has the acting chops, but she definitely had the look.
Brother Titus, you will have only moments to execute your plans. Move quickly.
Man, that movie.
David, now that you've
right.
been on it for a week or so, or 2 weeks.
Oh, Nosferatu?
Yeah, what's your take on it?
I really liked it. I think It's very competently made. And it's definitely one of the best movies that came out in 24. But it was missing maybe some like emotional beats. I don't know if they spent enough time sort of like setting up the characters in a way that would sorry, I think I got a cold, but I think that's kind of the biggest thing for me as far as like the negative side of it is it just doesn't feel like I'm super invested in the characters. It's very well acted, and William Dafoe is awesome.
Honestly, Count Orlok was pretty cool.
Oh, he's so cool. Yeah, like it's like it got everything right, but the emotional like character stuff wasn't quite there, which is weird because I feel like his name slipped in my mind. Robert Eggers. Like I feel like in a lot of his other stuff, the character stuff has been there. And so I don't know why it feels like, and maybe I need to see it again. I'll probably just wait till it's. I actually thought about going to see it in theaters again, but I think I'm just gonna wait. But it does feel like maybe the character stuff's the weakest of the movies that he's made. But I'm not sure exactly why. Other than maybe it has something to do. Whoa, it's got something to do with the subject material. And it honestly, it could just be a lack of like talent on like Lily Depp's part too. Like she did really good in the role, but there was never that like connection to like what she was going through, and I wonder if there would have been a better way to make that work.
So my two complaints are, I think the pacing in the third act is a little off. They sped to the end of the movie really quickly.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't necessarily feel like the movie needed to be any long. I feel like some of the stuff earlier in the movie
it was plenty long.
Cut out, and they could have fleshed out just a little bit more, like what, not necessarily what the plan was, but like I don't really know how to explain it either. There's something about the end of the movie where okay, wait a second. So all she wanted to do was that, and then that. Okay. And it just was like, and then my other complaint has to do with a similar thing to the pacing. Just the whole thing of her relationship with him was a little confusing.
With Orlok or with Hulk?
With Orlok.
Oh, dude.
With Orlok.
Oh, there we go. Someone asked me about that. So, like, I thought that was, like, mostly fine. Like, the setup was there. Like, you see the beginning, and then at one point, she was basically like, I was a weird kid and lonely, and I called out. She basically was like, something along the lines of, like, she was praying or something like that. But she was like, I basically called out into the void. And he basically answered back.
But was he not just like a person living in his
No, I mean
castle?
he's basically the devil. Like it's definitely got the supernatural like element to it. Like he's like a vampire, of course, but like they're definitely going more down their interpretation of it in the movie is much closer to like he is a otherworldly like evil being more so than just like a man who was like transformed into that thing, which sort of makes like if you're going for the idea that he's like the first vampire or whatever, that makes a little bit more sense, you know.
But how did he get to her physically in another country when she was younger? And
May the Emperor...
Oh, well, I don't know if he did.
All of a sudden, and then all of a sudden materialize as a living corpse inside of a castle.
No, I don't. Well, my assumption would be is that he was always in the castle. He's intrinsically tied to his coffin.
Yeah.
So he's required to have that. So I think that whatever was going on was he was not physically there in that early part. Like, cause I would at this point I'd have to go back and watch.
Yeah,
Watch it again.
That's the thing is, I think I need to go back and watch it because some of those scenes where they made you feel very uncomfortable with that note that they were going for.
Oh, it's a very gothic. Yeah, it's very gothic horror with the way that they do
so,
that.
like, feeling that uncomfortable, I was not picking up on it.
Well, and it's something that because one of the girls I work with went to go see it, and she was like, I didn't really like it, and that was one of her complaints. She's like, I didn't really understand like that part of it, and I was like, well, it was there. Like, it's not like they did. They definitely didn't overlook it. Oh, dude, I'm like it's not my frame rate, but my connection's definitely a little wonky right now.
I'm afraid I'm about to probably crash out of here.
No, I think we're really close to the end. Whoa! But yeah, I mean, like, especially on a technical level, I mean, it's real impressive, you know.
I think it's pretty cool that what is it, Bill Skarsgård?
Yeah.
I feel like he is like turned into like the non-trained art era.
Well, and
he just
what
keeps doing horror villains, and he does like a
yeah. Yeah, and it's actually interesting because, you know, typically, like, you don't want to be, like, typecasted and stuff like that, but the way that they do his, and the fact that he's totally fine being, and it's one of the things I really respect about him, is that he's totally fine being completely, like, covered in prosthetics or whatever, and he's like that for a lot of his movies. Like, it's almost like and maybe I'm going to speak too soon about this, but, like, it almost shows like a lack of like vanity in him as a person, his willingness to do that. Whereas, like, you know how it's this whole thing now where nobody wants to wear helmets or wants to have masks on in movies because, like, oh, now my face isn't on screen, like it's all about me. Where, like, you know, if you weren't told that he played it, if you weren't told that he was Orlok, you know, if he actually gets to play the Joker, it'll be something similar. It'll be covered in makeup pretty much the entire time.
Right.
If they do
it right.
Rumor
that he's gonna play the Joker?
Well, that's what he wants, I think, is that he said he's like, it would be like a big deal for me to
Would that be in James Gunn's DCU?
I don't know. Who knows, man? If he's gonna play Joker, they're gonna have to figure out something quick with the way, you know.
Yeah, because the big rumor that I've seen floating around is that they're just going to incorporate Robert Pattinson's Batman into James Gunn's DCU.
Yeah, we'll see. Dude, honestly, it all just depends on Superman. Superman makes a crap ton of money and it's really well received. Well, I guess because I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Neurotic that was talking about this, but he was basically like, if Superman does really well, you know, James Gunn will pretty much have carte blanche on like whatever he wants to do, as long as he basically keeps making them money. You know, he's good to go. Holy moly, dude!
I feel like we need a plasma weapon to hurt this guy, because I'm not hurting him with my gun.
It's chipping away. Oh well, there are plasma weapons down here. That's not what I wanted. Part of it, I think, too, though, is the connection issue. Because I can't even pick up that weapon. I just threw all my grenades at him.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about this Superman movie.
We'll see, man. I mean, it maybe, you know, it could turn out. Because well, Joseph, what was it that they were saying about that? It's like what were the movies they were comparing it to or whatever?
All of these other movies.
You know what I'm talking about?
Captain America.
The first
one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that they were like, it feels like the first Captain America movie, and I'm like, okay, like I don't. Like, I guess they think it's, like, good but not great. Which, okay, fair enough. But
They fall before the righteous like
it might be the... Oh my gosh.
The Emperor provides. Loading ammunition.
I tried to pick up a plasma weapon for, like, ever.
Yeah.
With that guy. But it really doesn't matter ultimately if that's what the movie feels like or is relevant to, because if it makes like $1 billion,
yep,
Warner Bros. Is gonna care. I don't either. I'll tell you this: that we'll know when we see it, because that was the biggest sign for me that Deadpool and Wolverine was going to make like $1 billion. Is when we went to go see that, and the parking lot was packed. And I was like, this movie has a chance. So if, you know, opening weekend, can we not go that way? If you know, we go and it's like the theater's dead, that, you know, that's not a good sign.
Everything you need to know.
Yep, because we live in like kind of a normie area. Like it's kind of a good like sample, you know, because we're not in like a major city. Hello?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. It won't let me. Oh, we have to assemble first, I guess. But yeah, like we live in an area that like it's very much like if people are going to see movies here. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, get him.
Can I get in that thing?
Oh, fun fact about these. There are basically dead. Well, they're not dead. They're basically retired Space Marines that are stuck inside those things now. They graft Space Marines that get like mortally wounded, but they're still alive. They basically put them in those machines to continue fighting for the Imperium.
So they're like Big Daddy.
Yeah, kinda. That's a good way of looking at it. Dang, that's another series.
Dude, speaking of like games like that, like, how did they not come out with another game of that?
Oh, dude, I don't know. I don't know what Ken Levine. It's Ken Levine, right? I don't know what that dude's been up to. He's got some game that he's been saying is coming out forever, but hasn't. So who knows? This level's long.
Because I get that, like, the Bioshock 1 was...
Oh, I love the first Bioshock.
The second one was fine. The first one was really good. And then even Bioshock Infinite was a lot of fun to play through. The story was...
The story's pretty goofy.
But, like, the gameplay in that game is...
I need to go back to it, yeah. I need to play all those again. I play the first one, not once a year, but pretty regularly. Yeah, it's so good. Joseph, have you ever played Bioshock, the first one?
No, I watch people play though.
You should. It's a good game. You can probably get it for pretty cheap on Steam during one of their sales.
And then even like the Xbox or the PlayStation has that remastered version.
Yeah, yeah, you can get. Yeah, I got the collection for pretty cheap at some point, like way back.
It was a free game then.
I think I probably already had it at that point.
Big Daddy over here to come up and smash his way through?
Close the portal. Probably gonna get sucked in or something. Oh yes.
Watch out, boy.
Oh heck yeah.
Did he just like launch that thing?
Yeah. He threw something at it. I'm watching on the live stream again.
This one's mine, brother.
Boom! Yeah, he threw some sort of like tank or something at it.
Oh, look at that bird. I didn't even see that bird.
Okay, so we turned some stuff, and some laser beams have appeared, and now something. Oh, here we go. This series is wild, dude.
Into the abyss.
Man, we gotta be getting close now. Need to hurry up. It's almost midnight.
I know. I'm falling asleep over here.
Where is Lord Kauka? It was a trap. Perhaps.
Is this the Imperium?
If it is, we must move quickly. To where?
Well, just we can stop here if you want to.
Yeah, let's stop here. We've got to be getting close.
But yeah, this has to be like one of the last levels for sure. But I kind of thought we would get in here and like maybe fight a boss and be done. But if we're gonna have to go through a whole nother level, might as well wait.
Yeah, I need to get this thing.
Yeah, I gotta.
It's kind of weird though. Everything's like frozen.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm telling you, this game like does not get enough love for the design and just like graphically, it's really good.
Yeah,
it sucks though. My little red bar thing finally went away. Must have like huh?
What's the name of this mission? Duty Without End.
Yep. All right, it's fine with me though. We can just stop here. We can find some time, some time this week to finish it. We gotta be close.
Like I feel like this is it, but none of these, like I can't find a duty without it. Let's see if I can do that.
I just feel like I moved too far forward. I'm gonna trigger the enemies. Just see what happens.
Yeah, we're about to fight Amira again. And then I think it's the end. Yep.
What is this? Wait, are we just running to the last boss?
Yeah,
Let's just finish it then. If this is, if it's just the last boss fight, that's fine.
A pathetic show of empty flamboyance. Come.
You died this day!
This is my domain. You are here by my invitation. I am offering you a chance to kneel.
Our chapter, sir, shall use your skull as a piss pot!
Him, and we shall do you the honor of ending you swiftly.
Release him! After all your efforts in bringing him to me!
Enough games! Silence this heretic.
One last dance before the strings are cut.
Alright, let's do this.
You will soon stand at my side, boy!
Cease your chatter, fool!
Aha, I didn't see his,
Oh my god, I just wasted my special ability. I didn't even
Dude, I've done that so many times.
Oh, watch out for the head.
Ah, ghosts! Ow. Oh, there's a floating ammo crate over here.
I'm in like, it's like dark here.
Ow.
Are you in like a dark room or?
What? No? What are you talking about? I'm fighting the boss.
Everything is like pitch black. I can't see anything.
Did he teleport you away? Oh yeah, he just came out of nowhere and rolled on the ground. Oof. Oh, hello, sir.
Whoa. Is that the big you were talking about?
It is one of the. It's like an on. I won't. I don't know 100%. It is not the actual one. I'm pretty sure if we fought that thing, we would just immediately die. At least from a lore standpoint, that thing. I'm not sure that the Space Marines would be able to kill it.
Not with that.
Aw, I thought I hit the button in time.
The Demon Lord! Go for the eyes! All other attacks are useless!
Aim for the eyes!
I'm trying. Good job. Where is he? I hear him teleporting. Oh no, yep, now I'm in the... Hello?
Brother Titus! Kairos! Your talents are wasted on them, dear brother. Do not call me brother, heretic.
What do you do when, like, dodge something and you can take a shot? It's going to be like a critical. What's the button you push?
Right trigger. Yeah, when you get the red reticle.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Where were you? I do not know. This witch has again failed to divide us.
Oh, I thought I hit it. I guess I was too early.
Wolf demon.
Holy moly.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that one got me.
Not doing any damage to him. See if you can get aggro for a second.
Got it. Oh, dude, I hit the button that time. Oh, crap. Shoot him in the eyeball!
That is the only weak point.
Oh, it's taking forever to load. There we go. Whew. Was that it?
I don't know.
Are we done?
No, I don't think so.
Are you in here?
We are surrounded.
Yeah.
Hi.
As many as you can, brothers. They
Do we
are
just
mere
run through them?
imitations.
Alright.
Guard yourselves. Timbera is weak.
I think we're trying to
That
find
last
somebody.
fight will leave him reeling. Stay together. What is that? Some sort of energy.
Nope.
We should investigate. Watch your step.
Hey.
Calgar!
Calgar.
Be another illusion. We shall find out. Lord Calgar!
My words to you on Talasar. Speak them.
My lord!
Speak them, or be slain for an impostor.
Rules should never make a prisoner of intelligence.
Titus, it is good to see you.
Their sorcerer's power wavers. He is vulnerable. See how his domain weakens as he does. There is only one place left for him to hide.
Let us dig out the heretic.
There he is, within the stream.
He prepares for another
Charge!
It's the artifact. It must be. There is almost
Oh,
limitless power
ouch.
within that shard.
I don't really know what's happening right now. Charge! Like, doesn't seem like I can do much.
Yeah, I think we're shooting.
Are we shooting?
Hurting anything? I think if you like, you get cut quickly.
That's fine.
I can't do a grenade.
Oh, ow. Ow. Yeah, I guess we'll just keep shooting. Ooh. bro. I keep getting hit.
I think we have.
Ow. I know. I don't think we can either. I'm not even sure we can die here.
Go, run for the hole.
This reminds me of Mass Effect.
Cover me! Brother, wait!
Titus.
Justin, if you haven't watched the secret level thing on Amazon for 40K, you should watch that. It's like, I think it's like 20 minutes long or something like that. It's not too long, and you really don't have to watch any of the other ones unless you're like really that interested. That one's just, it's weird, dude. There's a couple of good ones. There's one with Arnold Schwarzenegger that I liked. They're kind of hit or miss.
Alright, dudes. I'm about to head on out.
Cool, dude. Yeah, we're almost done anyway.
Alright, y'all take it easy.
Hey, man. Thanks for hanging out.
Hanging out, guys. See ya.
See ya.
See you, Joseph.
Rise, son of Gilliman.
Brother, it is over. You did it. Brother!
Rise, Titus. Your duty is not yet done.
Damien just sent me a text message like 3 minutes ago asking about Last of Us multiplayer. I'll let him know that we're probably going to do that at some point soon.
Yeah. David.
Are we done?
I'm gonna send you this.
Loading.
Lieutenant Demetrian Titus, your decisive actions have saved this system from ruin. And so it is with great pride that I now present you with an honor worthy of your deeds. The laurels of victory. Let every warrior of the Adeptus Astartes see that here stands
Dude,
the
I think
true measure
Hollywood's
of
gonna
a
be all
son
gone.
of Gilliman.
For the glory of Ultramar!
I don't think Hollywood's gonna.
Bro, it's great. Like that whole area, like whatever happens, it is going to be kind of curious to see the sort of like fallout or whatever comes next for all those areas.
No, there won't be any fallout. If you question what anybody's doing, you're just playing politics, as opposed to actually wanting to know why no one's doing their job.
Yeah.
That no evil will ever
Yeah, we can't point fingers.
such as yours.
This isn't time for politics.
Thank you.
No, it's time to figure out why you don't have water in the fire.
There is a mission. It will take you away from the second company for a time.
As you command,
Can someone just answer that question with an honest answer?
It was he that suggested you for the task.
Why is there no water in the fire hydrant?
My lord.
Why is your power grid so bad that it's sparking
Thank you,
fire
Captain.
when people turn on their,
My
turn
ship
on a
will
fan in
convey
their
you to your
house?
destination. I shall be glad of your company.
Titus, it has been an honor.
It has indeed, my captain.
I hear you'll be taking your leave of us. Not for too long, I hope. Emperor guide you.
And you, sir. Brothers, I am called to serve elsewhere.
You'll be missed, my lord.
I will not forget the blood we have drawn together.
Nor shall we.
I owe you both a debt. You have restored my faith in brotherhood.
We shall await your return.
All
Courage
the
and
memes
honor.
with
Courage and
Lily
honor.
Rose Depp, where like she has that like crazy face where she's like, with her eyes rolled up in her head.
Yeah.
And all the memes, like the different things that like people are saying that she's thinking or what's happening.
Helga has informed you of your assignment. Good.
I'm honestly surprised that
I will
Johnny
brief you
Depp
en
didn't
route.
show up
You
in
are
that
joining
movie at
us.
some point,
I am.
even
Very
for
good,
just
my
a
lord.
second.
You have done well. You have won the trust of your
Yeah, I think, she's just trying to make her own way.
master.
Has she been in any other movies?
Yeah, so one of the reasons Robert Eggers picked her is because of another role that she had been in.
I will be watching you.
I can't remember what the name of it was, though.
Falter on the path for even a moment.
I will show
Who
no
was it?
mercy.
Who was the girl in
Leandros.
Longlegs?
My lord, it is time.
That's the Paradise. I don't even know who that is. Good God. Alright, so she was in the movie Tusk as just a extra.
Oh, she must have been pretty young.
2014.
That's that dude, what's his name?
Justin Long. Isn't that the Justin Long movie where...
Yeah, it's the Kevin Smith directed that. Yeah. I've seen that.
And she was
That's
2016, she was... Yeah, it was a really good. Yoga Hosers, The Dancer, and Planetarium.
that movie sucked.
2018, she was in a movie called Savage and A Faithful Man.
Haven't seen either of those.
2019, My Last Lullaby and The King.
Mm-mm.
2021, Crisis, Voyagers, Silent Night, and Wolf.
Silent Night was terrible, if it's the movie I think that it was. Yay, we beat it! Yay!
Yeah. Skip that.
Alright.
Sweet. So next time we play, we can just do some operations or something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely want to play more. Glad to have the campaign out of the way.
Because isn't there DLC now?
Good night, chat. They're supposed to be this year, I think.
Alright.